We got it.
Gun sounds. What's going down? Oh my God. Tell your mama, tell your grandma. Episode 242 of Ruse Radio. Oh my Lord. Three-time guest. That's a three-peat for those listening. And who is it that we have with us today?
MARCOS Cirino, man. Three-peat, just like Jordan, just like Chicago.
Big O.
The big O.
That's what they call it. You know,
really?
Chicago.
I should know that.
You should know. It's street knowledge. I'm letting you know right now.
If the Bears win Sunday, I'm going to buy a Caleb Williams jersey. I have to. I'm trying to become part of this city, man.
You just dated this episode because now it's like they're going to watch it because this comes out like early February, right? So they're like, this happened a while ago. That's how they know.
I'm so sorry. We can cut that out if you want.
No, it's just funny to me because I mean, like, it's kind of like exciting. You're capturing a moment. Like, describe to the people who don't know the moment that the Chicago Bears are having right now. What is happening? Like,
oh my
if you
gosh,
didn't understand
we just
what it
beat
is.
the Packers in the playoffs. I don't know that much about football. I just know we beat the Packers
You're
in the
describing
playoffs.
it to me. You're helping me understand.
And I think we are now in quarterfinals.
We had like two big victories, though.
Yeah,
that's
two.
my understanding.
So
there was like two crazy comeback, like last minute victories where it's like, oh my God.
I mean, we might be
twice. I saw videos of bars where the whole bar is going different occasions where two different games did that to people.
And I think that both of them were against the Packers.
No,
I think so.
I thought it was two different teams.
No,
Invisible guy, look that up.
Yeah. Hey, Jamie, look that up. Young Jamie.
Wait, where is he? Where's Jamie?
I don't know enough about football. We should probably stop because it's gonna look so dumb for people who watch it. Although that might be the thing.
But it would be good. It would be good if Chicago goes to the whole thing is the Super Bowl. See, what I did was I went to ChatGPT and I said, please describe to me what this means as someone who knows nothing about football.
Did it give you a good explanation?
It did.
Nice.
But that was the first big win. I didn't look up the second one because the first one, it wasn't like, it was just like, I guess the way it works with football is like there's like bracketing and the way that you win throughout the playoffs, like that builds you up and then eventually you get enough good wins. Now you are like, it's almost like now you really can be in the Super Bowl, but you can't fuck up. Like if you fuck up too many times, it's over. Your chances are done.
The Rams, which is the ones they face tomorrow, I think that's the one big team in their way right now.
So they just gotta,
from here to the Super Bowl. I think if they can get through the Rams, the next game is a bit more. Knock on wood, right? But I think this is the hardest team they have right now. So we'll see. And then Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very happy about that. I don't know how people feel in this tense atmosphere with Latinos.
I'm gonna be honest. I just don't get it. But that's because I don't think he's that popular in America. Like, is he that popular in America, or is he popular worldwide?
He's popular worldwide. He's been the most streamed artist for like 4 years in a row.
Because I know he's really popular.
Yeah.
Have you
I think it's a money thing.
Did you see what he did with WWE, like the wrestling thing he did? Because like to me that helped me understand how popular he is.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get it, and then I watched that. And it's like they went crazy for him. The pop was like, if as a wrestler you want that so bad. Like the audience is the whole time. They're going nuts.
Like Snoop Dogg too. He's like side quest king right now. Like Bad Bunny's just doing all these side quests that are cool. He like not only is his music, so in Puerto Rico we love it because it's reggaeton, but it's reggaeton that's more, I guess, relatable and accessible. That's what made him popular.
Yeah.
Like old reggaeton was more like old rap, which was like money and women and like, and then Bad Bunny started talking about the girl who studies in med school, so I like her, but she doesn't have any time for me.
Right.
And like things like that was more relatable. But then once he became really popular, he became more himself too. So he's just doing all these side quests. He's just a cool guy. He's got his finger on the pulse of society. Like he knows for sure what he's doing. He knows how to get different demographics.
Kind of like Pitbull. I think Pitbull really nailed that, honestly.
He did. I want to say Bad Bunny's more creative. Pitbull's just
Pitbull
a good
laid the
time.
groundwork for a Bad Bunny.
He walks so Bad Bunny could find.
Exactly.
Yeah. But Pitbull's just a good time. And he seems like such a nice guy.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305.
Yeah, dude.
Dale.
I don't know if you saw this video, but there's a video of him being like people talk about making a name for yourself. You type in the word Pitbull on Google, I come up before the dog. It's like, dude.
I mean, you made it.
And that's how you know you made it.
At that point.
Before the dog breed, the music artist comes
The music
up.
artist, yeah. It's funny because you listen to some of his songs, which are all like EDM, like Miami style. We're just gonna drink it, but they have motivational. Where in between, he just does this motivational speech. You know, you gotta live life every day, and you gotta love the ones around you. And you're like, damn, I'm gonna call my mom.
Mm-hmm. I think he does what DJ Khaled thinks he's doing. You know, because DJ Khaled.
Wow, that is a good take. That is a good take. I can't remember. I saw a video of DJ Khaled the other day saying something about he's basically thinking he's a god at this point. And I'm like, bro, you're a DJ barely. Like,
He's a walking meme kind of human. He's one of those people that you see him do things and it's just crazy that he's really like that. Like, it's not performative. Like, it's not.
It's just him.
Like, have you seen the videos of him on the jet ski? And
that's how he got famous, right? He got lost on a jet ski somewhere, like in the middle of the ocean.
And it's just him being himself. And then on his songs, like when he's like, you know, we the best music. There's no irony in that. There's no, like, that's him.
He means that.
We the best
best music.
Congratulations, you played yourself. I mean, that's him. That came from him.
He's
that's
got bangers, but I do like your take of Pitbull is doing what DJ Khaled thinks he's doing. Yeah, because DJ Khaled is fun, but don't do the motivational, so you don't have
He's just not that deep. In my opinion, DJ Khaled's just not that deep.
Yeah.
And so it's like a motivational speaker, but they're just kind of like saying platitudes and never really like saying anything that you can apply to anything. And it's kind of entertaining. Like there's a novelty to it. But you got to know that's what you are.
Yeah,
you got to recognize you're the meme guy.
I hate to say it to an artist, but it's like, stay in your lane. And that's, you know.
I wish DJ Khaled were that deep. But I feel like Pitbull actually, like, he kind of could be like the Tony Robbins of
that
Latin
EDM
music.
rap, Latin world. Yeah, no, I mean for sure. And
because he can like pull off a motivational speech.
There was a guy who recently got into his show, like he was dressed as Pitbull, like because that's a thing in his concerts. Is people wear the bald cap and they dress like him.
Oh yeah,
it's like a cult thing. But then one guy really looked like him and got into the concert. Pitbull like was taking pictures with him, and I was like, that's a good sport.
Yeah,
that's a good sport right there. He seems like a sweet guy.
Wow. Yeah. Have you seen all these lookalike contests that happen now? This is a new growing enterprise.
Yes, I saw there was one here for Jeremy Allen White, the guy for the Bear.
Yeah.
There was one here.
Yeah, and it's so funny. Like, I was at a party that night, and I met one of... That's how I found out about it, because he was like, oh, yeah, I was just at this earlier. And, like, I guess... And he's in the background of this video with, like, 1 million views where the guy is, like, raising his hand and... the winner of the Jeremy. So this was a big deal, is what I'm saying. And I met a celebrity.
We should like attend one of these. Yeah.
But who would I be?
No, I mean we could just attend, be spectators, just for the fun of the game.
Oh yeah, just for the fun. Of the game.
If by any chance one lands that we,
I want to talk to the winner.
Yeah,
I want to interview the winner.
If there is one where we actually look like the person, so if it's Chris Hemsworth, then you should probably go, right? Brad Pitt, this guy, beautiful guy right here.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking Leo. I'm thinking I should go Leo.
You think?
Or
actually, you know what?
You look at younger Leonardo DiCaprio, you look at me. Like younger me, look at younger Leonardo DiCaprio. It's pretty close.
Dude, it is pretty close.
It's actually kind of scary. And also, the one that I'm really close to is, who's Malcolm in the Middle?
Frankie Muniz.
Frankie Muniz. I'm telling you, side by side, it's kind of crazy.
Yes.
Pretty close. Like when I see him smile, it kind of scares me because I see myself in him.
Dang, it's so funny. Somebody was talking about him yesterday or Thursday at a mic I went to. Apparently he has early onset Alzheimer's.
Well, it's an interesting thing because there was a point in time where he was saying that he had forgotten the filming of Malcolm in the Middle. So he was saying that. But then later on, I think
he's remembering as he watches it, he remembers.
Yes, exactly. So it's kind of like a mixed bag. Because he said that, but also that he said that. So who really knows the full story? He'd have to tell you. You'd have to just ask him.
But it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy you mentioned that, and I heard it in stand-up because I think you learn so much through stand-up comedians' bits. You learn so much of what's going on.
I learned it's funny when a tragedy happens and you find out through an open mic, right? Like somebody makes a joke about someone dying, you're like, wait, you died?
Oh my God, that is true. Yeah,
like, that's actually how you find out.
They are quick to the trigger at open mics. Like they have every news.
That's how I found out about the guy from One Direction dying. And I think it was such a basic joke. I think somebody said he went one direction and it was down.
Yeah, I must have seen 5 comedians do that joke.
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys must have seen. When you thought of this joke, you must have known somebody else thought of this. This is such low-hanging fruit. Like, let me not do that.
Come on, it's genius. It's genius.
It's Picasso.
Great minds think alike, you know?
Exactly. So it a simple
Great minds. I think great minds think alike is actually a weird statement because it's true but not true at the same time. Like, great minds think similarly. Like, they think in different ways. But, like, really, if you're thinking the same things as somebody, that probably means the opposite. Like, great minds think alike in the sense that they come up with great ideas, but their great ideas are different. So, like, if we say the same idea, that doesn't mean great minds think alike.
Yeah,
like,
wouldn't great minds be you're thinking something original?
That's exactly right, Marcos. Great minds think of original things, and that's why I love bringing originality and great minds to you guys with this show. And if you like originality, you like great minds, you like being introduced to new geniuses, if you like what we're doing here, then please support this show with Patreon. The show's all about community, and it's all about building community, and that's what I'm all about. And if you guys want to be a part of that, the best way you can do that is Patreon. $5 a month, the price of a coffee, the price of a beer at the bar, and you help this show grow. You help this show go to bigger and better places, and I need you, okay? I mean, this ain't easy. We're doing a new episode every single 3 days. That's 10 episodes a month, and it's only possible with your support. So enough of you guys do that, enough of the people that are a part of what I'm doing, that watch what I'm doing. Just a small fraction of the people that follow me on Instagram, subscribe to me here on YouTube. You can change my life, and you can change the trajectory of this forever. And I really mean that. It's just a small number of you guys that it takes, and you can make a world of a difference by doing so. Now, this isn't just about supporting the show. No, we've got exclusive Patreon content for you, some perks of that Patreon. 1, you get to hear my music early. 2, you get to hear songs that nobody else is ever going to hear. It's only ever going to be released on that Patreon. And 3, you get exclusive Patreon content, exclusive podcast content that's only going to be on there. Conversations that will only ever be heard on Patreon. And also 4, you get your name on this screen right here, right now, and at the end of every single podcast episode. But most importantly, beyond all those perks, just the joy of supporting this, of being a part of this community of brilliant, great minds. I think you have a great mind. I think everybody's got a great mind. It's just about highlighting the creativity that's surrounding you at all times. And I want to do that. I want to bring inspiration to people as much as I possibly can. I think that's my purpose in this world. And I hope I'm doing that for you. If you can't support on Patreon, that's totally fine. Just give this a like. Just give this a subscribe. Just always show a little bit of love any way that you can. It's totally free to do those things, to just share the video with somebody. Literally anything. Any ounce of support means the world to me. And I just appreciate you guys for even listening to me right here, right now, and watching anything I ever do. You don't got to do that. And it's totally awesome that you do. It means that I'm making a difference in this world. So keep it up. Seriously, just a million times over. Thank you guys. Please do support if you have the means to do so. You could change my life, and you could change the world. And that's that. All right. Let's talk more about great minds and the originality of ideas. Yeah. I think like when people like think people are stealing jokes in comedy, you'll see that, where it's like more often than not, if you're on the small scale of comedy, you're not like a big name and people are seeing all your stuff. It's probably just that it's an easier joke and you guys kind of came to the same conclusion.
Yeah.
Almost always. That's also, 90%. Yeah. Sometimes people do steal jokes, but I feel like it's so easy to be like, oh, he's just saying the thing I said, but it's just a similar premise and a similar conclusion because the idea is not amazing.
It's not crazy. Yeah, I've had it happen to me the other day where also who decides great minds? Who decides like I have a great, you said that we have great minds, buddy. Like who decided that? Why do we have great minds?
I think everybody's got a great mind in a way. Well, there's crazy people.
What a guy.
Really?
What a guy. Dude, that was so nice. That was so sweet.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I really mean that. I think that there's some people where it's like you got to pull it out of them and like you got to find a way to see it in them. But people, there's great things you can find in everybody.
Yeah. No, but what you're saying about the same jokes, it happened to me the other day where it's happened to me a few times where I say a joke and then a few months later I see it online on Instagram or something. And it's never really frustrated me till like last time I saw it. Is this dude that's blowing up and he did a joke that I've done, but I guess he did it better. I'm just going to say that or where he placed it within it, which is the joke is, they say the worst thing a woman can do is say no. Yeah. So my joke was like, that's not even top 10. And so, and then this guy did it. And it got this huge laugh because every time I've tried it, I guess it was an open mic, so it didn't get much. And then this guy said it at a big show.
The same line?
He said the same line. He's like, guys, that's not even top 10.
Wow.
And I was like, But then I was like, it's not that hard of a tag to come to.
Right.
Like the worst she can say is no. Because everybody knows that saying is also kind of dumb because they say the worst she can say is no. She can say worse than that.
Right.
So it's not that hard to get to the line of it's not even top 5. It's not even top 10. Not even close to the worst she can say is no.
Yeah, it's funny when there's like a video of like a girl just saying the meanest things, and then in the comments, the top comment is the worst thing she can say is no. That's just the proof.
And then right below that is see you at the gym, buddy.
Yeah.
I had a girl. So the joke I'm doing, I had a girl once. She said no, but before she said no, because I asked her to dance salsa, she looked me up and down. Like she took a step back and looked me up and let me know that like. And I was like, no.
Wow.
And I was like, it's not. It's like what women say. It's like it's not what you say. It's how you say it.
Yeah,
that really hurt my feelings.
That's hurtful.
It builds character. I was like 15. It built character, I guess. But it destroyed
How old
me in
was
the
she?
moment.
Like she's also like
we were 15. Yeah, we were both minors. We were both minors.
Right,
We were both 15.
I'm just trying to imagine the scenario properly. You know, you got two fellow 15-year-olds budding in love. You know, just figuring out the world. And she just demolishes you
for no reason.
I mean,
There's
that's
no reason.
cold.
I got my
dude.
first
the look
ever
up and down
suit
is...
on. I have my first ever suit
You
on.
were all dressed up too?
I think so. It was like, what did I? I think so, or at least I had a tie. It was like this fancy.
I told this guy he's the type of guy who should wear a suit all the time. I told him this.
Dude, I would if I had like the money for like multiple suits.
You just got the look for it. Like you look
man.
like you should be wearing a suit. I mean that.
You know, at because I have a corporate job at the open mic. Sometimes I'll show up with my quarter zips and stuff. And at a roast, somebody was like, "Marcos, more like polos." I was like, "That's fat." That was Mike Bergeron. Actually, I don't know if you've had him on already, but
I was a witness to him saying that, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
you were
a
there.
fan of that joke.
Yes,
I
that
thought
was
that
so-
was genius. As a rapper, I was like, because to me, when people say stuff like that, I'm like, oh, it was right there. Like that's so easy.
a roast is very adjacent to a rap.
Yeah, well, and it's inspired by rap. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know where. I mean, roast battle is inspired by rap.
Really?
It is. Like the people, at least in Chicago, it 100% is, because the way that they do it, like Chris Grieco has said, like they were inspired by rap battle and they wanted to do something like that. But I mean, because it is similar, like the cadence and what you're doing. There's just more, in my opinion, there's more camaraderie. Like the comedians are working together. Whereas in a rap battle, you're actually against
You want to
each other.
humiliate this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want everybody to think that motherfucker's bald by the end of this.
Yeah, because in the roast battles for comedy, there is a line. You kind of want to be careful.
Yeah,
I don't know if in rap
and
there's
most
that,
of the
but
time they're friends. Most of the time,
most of the time they are friends. Yeah, and you invite each other. Hey, can I want to do this
Exactly.
roast on Wednesday. Would you roast me?
And that's a
Yeah.
much different environment than like
You're
just straight up taking somebody out. But to me, that's what rap kind of gets at. It's colder in that way.
Have you participated in rap battles?
I have not, but battle rapping is like a different genre to
Okay.
me. Like it's a whole different
Roasting
world.
is a different genre in comedy as well. Like,
yeah, and I don't know. I could probably pull it off. There's some people who are just extremely good at it. Like I was on Instagram and there's this guy, and I wish I could like say his name and get it right because I can't remember who it was. But he's just a battle rapper and he's very, very good. To me, what's hard about it is you have to write all this stuff. Like a lot of it's pre-written. Like you write it before the battle.
Okay.
And then you have to memorize all that shit because what are you gonna do? Read it off a piece of paper? Because like to me, that's my problem up to this point. Is all these things I've done, I'm usually going up with a piece of paper and I'm reading it, and I think I'm just so good that nobody really cares. But it would look better if I wasn't reading it off the piece of paper. But dude, holy shit!
Yeah, I mean, that's that principle of the person who looks like they're making the least effort looks like the most powerful in the room, right?
Yeah.
So if you go up without the paper, but if you go with a piece of paper at a rap battle, be like, look at this clown, he's got a piece of paper, and it's like,
They'll get me.
I do have a piece of paper.
Yeah, but you gotta like flip it on him somehow. You gotta like 8 Mile him somehow.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because
like,
it seems natural when you don't have the pieces. Like I still have some of it from yesterday, but I still write my notes on my hand for bigger shows.
Yeah.
And Jim Balderson was like, you got to get rid of that crutch. And I was like, I know, because then you kind of start looking at your hand.
Yeah.
And you do want to get to the point where it's like, I've got nothing. It's just going off here.
Yeah.
I know how to pivot if I have to.
But see, the difference is, I think that like what you're doing with rap is so precise.
Yes.
That's what's so impressive to me when people can do this. It's like, how the fuck can you get every word right of what you wrote like 3 days ago? And it's like a whole 20 minutes that you're memorizing, and you're making it sound natural, and you're making it all flow, and you're getting every syllable correct.
Exactly. It's
because the comedy, it's kind of
yeah.
just bullet points. You can just kind of remember, okay, we got to go from here to here. You get the skeleton, and that's what it ends up being if it's written on you. You can't have that much on your hand.
Yeah, it's just the bullet points. Yeah, but in rap, you're right. It's the syllable count on the beat.
So, like, to me, that's, like, fucking so daunting. Because even a freestyle, like, if it would be so much cooler if I could somehow like memorize all the shit people said throughout the night and then not even look at a piece of paper, like that would be nuts. I mean, that's kind of, if you've seen Harry Mack, that's kind of what he does.
I haven't seen him.
So, oh my God, I might have told you about this, but maybe I told somebody else, where it's like he has this he's a really good freestyle rapper. He's been doing it forever. He got more popular around like 2013, I want to say, because he was on a radio show and he rapped in front of like Joey Badass, and then he rapped in front of Kendrick Lamar, and they just like threw out words and he would freestyle them. But now he's really big. He does streams a lot of the time, so he'll just stream and freestyle. He'll freestyle. He did these Omegle bars that got really popular, where he'll go on Omegle and he'll tell people to give him 3 words, and then he'll just make the whole thing a whole song out of it.
Once you get through all the naked people,
you'll
find somebody who'll give you 3 words.
Yeah, there's a reason he doesn't live stream the entire thing, right?
It's just penis. I
think Omegle died because of the penises. I think it's finally gone now.
Really? Finally? Oh my God, because I remember this from when I was like freaking 15, it was a thing.
Yeah.
And it died now. Just now they were like, okay, that's too much penis.
Too
that's
much
enough.
Penis.
That's enough.
Been like 15, 20 years of penis.
Please, this is a Christian website.
Yeah, right. I hope Omegle's still around, just because I don't know if there's an equivalent. But anyway, so he would do it on there. And also, the best example I can think of what I'm talking about, because I don't even know how this is possible, and is when he does stuff with like Rick Glassman, if you know who that is. So Rick Glassman's a comedian. He's got a podcast, and he's had Harry Mack on a couple times. And one time he had Sal Vulcano on, Sal from Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
And it was the third episode, the third time he'd had Sal on. And about like 40 minutes into the conversation, he starts talking to Sal about like, so you sent me these voicemails about how much you like Harry Mack and how impressive you think he is. Because he had seen Harry Mack's episode on Rick Glassman's podcast. Yeah. So he calls Rick Glassman and he says, oh my God, Harry Mack's so amazing. And he's just so ecstatic in these voicemails. He's talking about how much he loves him. And so he starts playing them on the episode back to Sal. And he says, I've got a gift for you. And then a beat starts playing, and he holds up his phone like it's a voicemail, and Harry Mack is rapping. So it's like now you're hearing Harry Mack rap about Sal and rap about, so it's like seems like a special rap just for Sal. But then he like starts rapping about stuff they've talked about during the podcast. Like you hear him start mentioning things they just talked about like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait, what's going on? And then like the curtain opens and Harry Mack comes in from the balcony, and then he proceeds to rap for like the next hour, just callbacking shit throughout
hour?
Yeah. So the first hour of the podcast is just a regular podcast, and the second hour is just Harry Mack freestyling the whole time.
My God.
And it's mind blowing because like what he does is he has no notes, he has nothing, and he's calling back everything they talked about throughout a fucking 50-minute rap. Like, of course, they'll pause and they'll talk for a little bit, but then Harry Mack will rap again. Then they pause and talk for a little bit, then Harry Mack raps again. So it's just crazy, for one, how long he can freestyle for, but also like keeping things relevant. Like it's like staying in like the pocket of what's actually happening right now. Because like a lot of what he'll do is like he'll say, I would mention what's on your shirt. I would say what you're wearing. I'd mention your socks. Like you cycle through stuff that's going on. And if he's taking 3 words, like what he'll do is, so give me any word.
Socks.
Socks. Okay, so you just start thinking of words that are similar or within that category, and then you have to learn to do this as you're talking, right? So it's like socks, feet, footwear, shoes, soft, long, ankle, And you just keep doing that. And if you can, like, the more and more you do that, the better and better you get at just coming up with random words. And then so now you do that while you're rapping. So it's like, every time I come in, you know that I rock. I said, I put it on, yo, I flow like a sock. I said, what you saying? I saying I can't stay still. I'm up here balancing on my ankle. You know, and you just do that forever, and people go and that's the method. And Harry Mack's the only person I've ever seen like lay it out and do it so like he almost does it in educational. It's so obvious what he's doing. Like he lays it out for you.
I mean, you did some of it right there. That was good.
That's what it is.
Good. Yeah.
But that's the whole thing. Like, and I think he does it amazingly. Like he can just do it. And so to me, the hard part is like remember, like you want to do the callbacks and all that without looking at it. To me, that sounds so impossible. But that's.
I mean, but you'll you
get there eventually.
I assume you're going to work to get there. Yeah.
He's been. I mean, the thing about him is he specializes in freestyle rap, and he's been doing that in particular for a long time.
Okay.
So to me, that's what it is. Is like he probably couldn't always do that. Maybe he could, but he's so in the pocket of freestyling that like it's probably like muscle memory. Just like in comedy, you get better at random little things along the way, and then eventually you have this big skill set that you can use, and you're more of a fucking Jedi warrior because you have all these skills now. It's just like any skill you have. And
right, you get comfortable with riffing, with crowd work, with you just get more. And I'm getting to that point in comedy now where, not that I'm good at crowd work or riffing just yet, but I am getting to a point where I'm letting go more.
Yeah.
And some shows have been better because of it.
Letting go.
Especially when I'm hosting, like I have this script. Yes, but letting go of like whether people laugh or not. Like I'm looking at the audience, so I'm not really in the moment. I'm just like more worried about the reaction.
Yeah.
And to me, maybe I'm deviating the conversation here, but to me, like my goal with comedy was like I want to make it feel like I'm just talking to my buddies. Right. So to do that, I kind of got to let go and just say it like what's the funny part of this. But then if I'm in the moment and I let go, maybe something happens that if I was like locked into my set, I wouldn't have noticed it and I wouldn't have been able to make fun of it because I'm so locked into my set. So it's
the engineer in you must just be struggling, you know?
yeah. But now it's more like if you do things more and more and more and more, that's why I want to keep doing, this year I want to do more open mics, more shows. Because then you start getting more comfortable because you also let go a little bit of like, this is how they have to react.
Yeah.
And then you can get more into the art form of it. Of like,
yeah, the hard part, like comedy versus music, is I can do that so easily. To me, it doesn't even really matter. Like if I know I do my best, maybe that wasn't the crowd for that, but I know I gave them exactly what it's supposed to be.
Because that's like more of a formula.
Yeah, music has a formula in a sense. You still want to fine tune it to the room and the crowd and all that, but like in my mind, if it doesn't resonate, that can not be my fault. It's it's possible. Like maybe it just wasn't meant for this room. Whereas like comedy, you can't blame the audience.
You can rarely ever blame the audience. So comedians say you can never blame them. There's times where it's like you can, but that's rarely ever. That's maybe like a 2% of the time.
That's like the Bill Burr, like Philadelphia audience. Like you can blame that if you come out and they're just they're just adamantly hating you from the start.
Some people go to comedy shows to not have a good time.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever seen that?
I've not seen that.
Oh, it's like one of the most iconic like moments of Bill Burr's career, at least. I mean, because what it is he comes out and they are just such a terrible audience, and he ends up just roasting the entire city for 10 minutes, like just talking shit about them and the city, and somehow he wins. He
wins the most. Does he win them over?
Not. He won the internet over.
Okay,
like, everybody
who
heard, the people there did not enjoy it, but everybody who saw it went, "Oh my God, Bill Burr is the best."
Yeah, why the hell would you go to that show? That's awesome. Why would you go to that show to like do that, to heckle, to
There's
boo?
got to be a reason. Maybe it was sports. Maybe it was. Who knows what it was?
He is a Boston guy. Maybe I don't know if there's something to do with Boston and Pittsburgh.
I bet you like they played each other that day, and Bill Burr was wearing a Boston hat or something.
I know that Chris D'Elia had that with Boulder, Colorado, because he has a whole bit on how Boulder, Colorado sucks.
I think I know that bit.
And I think he went back, and it was just bad for him. Like, it was just so bad.
He's developed a rivalry with the city.
Yeah. I love that guy. If he could just stop texting molesting minors, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I think he stopped though.
I think so, but I don't ever know anymore. Like I thought that it was all overblown, and then I saw this like 2-hour documentary where they're showing
2-hour documentary.
Yeah, and I don't know where this lady got all this information, but she's talking about like, oh, there's texts, and he's trying to form a Harlem with these women, and I'm like, what is going on here?
Harlem is wild.
I think he used the word Harlem. Like
harem.
Harem? Am I getting it wrong?
Harem.
Well, that's when you have a few women in a household and they're all
It's
kind
like
of
what the Khans and the kings would have. It's just a bunch of women they can go and do anything they want.
That
with.
was it.
Yeah, it's just like a nest of women, basically.
Which is like,
and guys. I guess you can have guys.
I can understand as a man, like primally, why you'd want a harem. Okay, I get that. But the thing is, I just think you do got to think as a celebrity. Like once you have a certain amount of notoriety, maybe stop trying to form a harem. Maybe at this point, there's gonna be some back blow.
And first of all, the internet is gonna get you quickly.
Some backs will be blown, but some blowback is what I meant to say.
I mean, yeah. So. Yeah, you're going to get caught quickly, first of all, with social media nowadays. But second of all, that sounds like there's so many administrative fees with a harem.
Yeah, think about how you're going to, you're trying to have a comedy career. How are you going to manage a harem?
You got to feed them?
You got to feed them. You got to think about, like, economics, how much money you're going to put towards this.
Yeah, what if the way they dress?
Yeah.
There's like the amenities you gotta have, because I assume there's a room where they all are.
Yeah, but this is the old Crystalia, because when his podcast came back, it was like his podcast had been gone forever, and then his podcast finally came back, and do you remember? I don't know if you ever saw like when his cancellation happened. And it was Fighter and the Kid. It was those guys. So they were both. Basically, like they went on camera and they like said, "We're so sorry, we didn't know about Crystalia," and then they started crying. Like they both cried, or at least Brendan Schaub cried for sure. I know Brendan Schaub cried, and it was such a spectacle to me because it's like, what is going on?
They were crying about what happened to Crystalia.
They were crying that Crystalia could have done such a thing.
Oh,
so they were crying like, "Oh, we didn't know our friend was," and it's just like, but what's confusing to me is we all know that in like 5 years, Crystalia is going to be uncanceled and he'll just be back.
Yeah.
So why would you make that video? Because now it just looks weird. Now they'll never be friends again.
That's the worry. That's the worry.
You cried about me, bro. You cried.
Well, yeah, I couldn't be friends if you cried about.
If you like cry, if I got accused of like killing somebody and then you went on camera and cried and said like, "Oh my God, he was that bad," it's going to be real hard to like mend that friendship and have us look cool again. Because like, bro, you made me look like a murderer, bro.
Yeah. Was it a in the moment kind of thing, or did he go on camera to talk about this?
It was it was in their podcast studio,
yeah.
So they obviously like planned it out, and maybe they said we got to do this. We got it.
I hate that so much. Like
me too.
Like
because I think it's performative.
Exactly, it's so performative. There was a couple, one of those big YouTube. I don't know if it was David Dobrik or who it was.
Oh, his apology video. YouTube apology videos are the shit. Dude.
Yeah, also, yeah.
Shane Dawson, oh man, he had a good one.
Don't apologize. The worst you could do is apologize. You already did it, but
yeah.
No, you should apologize.
No, you're right,
but
though.
On YouTube,
it never
like,
looks good.
Maybe a statement, but not a video. Like,
yeah.
But no, but he had one where he was way back in the day. He broke up. I guess he was I don't know if it was him again, but it was two YouTubers that were dating.
Jake Paul, too. Jake Paul. Oh, gee, apology video. I'm sorry I went to the suicide forest. I mean, come on.
Oh, Logan Paul. Yeah,
it was Logan.
It was Logan. Yeah.
They blend together.
I hate that I know that. But anyway, it's David Dobrik. I think it was him, and he dated this other big YouTuber, and they broke up, and they went and did a video explaining their breakup, and they both start crying during it.
Very nice.
And it's like it's so bad because you're my friend and I love you, and I was like, can we like do anything else? Can you? Also, I don't know why I was watching it. I think it was him because it was back in the day where he was doing these 4-minute vlogs that were really popular because they were really dense, good. And 4 minutes only. Mm-hmm. And he did one where and somebody was like, "Dude, you got to watch this." And I was like, I could have done without these 4 minutes. Like, it's just so cringe to watch you like cry on camera. And
it's I just the inauthenticness of it.
Exactly, because if it's in the moment thing, if something came up, or let's say my dad died or something, and we're talking about anything, and then you mention something about a dad, and I'm talking about my dad, and I start crying, that's fine.
Yeah,
because it's in the moment. But if we go with the purpose of let's talk about our breakup and cry on camera,
and we know that gets more views. Like, we know that we'll get views if we do this. That's the underlying weird thing about the whole thing.
How many thumbs down can I give this? That's how I was feeling. I was like, I'm going to make a YouTube account just so I can thumbs down this thing.
You wouldn't even know anymore because YouTube hides the dislikes.
Oh, come on. Where did we go wrong, man?
That makes me upset.
I want to know how much people dislike your video, man.
I think it's important. I think it's important for so many reasons. And I think the reason they did it is money. Because the people with money are like, no, we don't want you to be having dislikes on our videos because we don't want people to think our videos are bad. And so they can just lobby for YouTube to do something like this, or maybe just make a couple phone calls. Because why the fuck else? You know, the videos that get the most dislikes on YouTube would be like Jimmy Fallon and like late night shows. And it would be like... any news network gets a bunch of dislikes. Any news network, it could be any of them. Just pick one; they get dislikes.
Do you want to see my Jimmy Fallon impression? Say anything.
Hey, Jimmy,
that was great.
Thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Okay, if I tell you, you're not gonna laugh, or no?
I'm not gonna laugh.
Okay.
I'm not gonna laugh.
So, Jimmy.
Yeah?
Your show.
Thanks, man. Thanks, everybody. It's a good night. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Dude, that was scene.
See, the only thing that I try to add with my Jimmy impression is I feel like I gotta lean into like the. So okay, you do me now.
Okay. So Jimmy. I like your show, and I'm so glad you had me here tonight.
I love you.
Oh, thank you.
We love this guy.
That is so sweet. No, I'm just glad to be here, man. I'm working on my new movie. I don't know if you've seen it.
We all know about your movie.
Yeah? Yeah, did you watch it?
I watched it yesterday.
How did you feel? What did you think?
Well, let me just say it changed everything. And we've got a clip. And we're going to play the clip, right? Can we roll the clip?
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
And it's you with a banana just doing something.
It changed my life.
So let me just ask you.
Yeah.
So with the banana that you got there.
Yeah.
How did you decide on the size?
So listen, I was watching all Daniel Day-Lewis movies.
I love Daniel Day-Lewis.
That was better than mine. I was just laughing.
I feel like you gotta love everything.
Yeah, you gotta love everything.
I feel like you have to constantly say like, "Oh, that's the best. That's my favorite."
That's the best.
Because he loves fucking everything. Like he has nothing he dislikes.
He's such a people pleaser. Yeah, and the thing is, if you watch when he was on SNL, he would break on every single skit. He would break on every one of them.
I've never really seen much of his SNL stuff.
So because that's a likable thing when it happens every once in a while. So for example, if you watch Ryan Gosling, whenever he appears, he usually breaks. But it's fun because you're the host.
Yeah,
you're not expected to be the professional. You're
not a cast member.
Yeah, you're not a cast member. Yeah. And Ryan Gosling is just so likable and so cool. Like it's cool to see a guy that's like that. I guess good looking and like he seems tough, just be a silly guy.
Yeah.
So it's fine when he breaks. But Jimmy Kimmel was a cast. Jimmy Fallon was a cast member, and he would just break on every. And I think there's some of his cast mates that were like that hated that
because he's just such a laugher.
Because I think he knew. I think at first it was natural, but then he knew that it would get hits.
Yeah.
So
it like became
his thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So it's like a pathological thing he developed during SNL.
This is my brand now. I'm the guy that breaks, and people love it when I break. And it's weird watching him on SNL because you're like, you don't feel like an SNL cast member.
Wow. Because he doesn't really get into the scene, probably. If you're the guy that breaks all the time, you just can't get into a scene. That's how I would think about it.
And everybody else is going to be like, you're just trying to hog the spotlight by doing that. And not this to say, I actually don't hate him. Like, I think he's a good host. He laughs at everything and all that, but he's a nice guy, it seems. Although behind the scenes, he might not be as nice. I don't know.
Maybe he's an Ellen behind the scenes.
Maybe he's an Ellen, or wasn't James Corden the same?
Who knows? Yeah. Probably. James Corden's another interesting one where like he came to America, and then I remember all the comments being like England saying, "We don't claim him. We didn't like him either." Like that was literally
so dramatic. Just because he was mean to people behind the scenes, I feel like
I don't know why. Like I think James Corden just did not. He wasn't that popular in America or Like, I don't know what brought him here because I don't think he was ever that like well liked as a show host. I never really got into him, and like I feel like all the carpool karaoke stuff's like, all right, come on, dude, because it's just like. I just feel like it's kind of dorky. It's like if I were to just invite artists and then you can tell the night before I'm like looking in the mirror, like making sure I know all the words because I'm going to be on camera tomorrow and I have to know the words.
Singing all the songs.
You don't know all these songs, dude. Stop trying to act like you're everybody's biggest fan. Like,
do you think he must have had a teleprompter or something like in the car?
I think he
like
I think he
lyrics.
did exactly what I said. I think he would spend like the last couple days just like practicing.
Yeah, this is all
music.
I'm gonna listen to. But still, it's commendable if you spend all that time listening.
He's gotta drive at the same time too.
He does have to drive unless somebody's towing him or something like
That's
that.
true.
I don't know because everything's fake nowadays. So.
Right, green screen the whole time.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a license. Like, that'd be cool. It'd be so cool to do like a skit of carpool karaoke where the cops pull you over and it just gets bad.
Ooh.
But then the guest is still singing and you're getting beat up by the cops.
That's a great idea.
That would be a good skit.
Or maybe like because there's multiple shows you could do. You could do carpool karaoke. If you ever saw what is that taxi show where they would do the trivia? It was in New York.
Cash Cab.
But
that
they
guy's
get pulled
a stand-up
over.
comic as well. Yeah.
Cash Cab and they get pulled over. It would be so
They
funny.
get pulled over. He's got drugs in the trunk or something like that. It's just bad. That's how he's giving
There's
these
sound
people
effects
all
going
this
up. Ding 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 ding.
There's 2 kilos in it. Put your hands up. Double or nothing.
The game's still going.
Damn, I love that show. I would want to watch it as an adult now because I watched it as a kid, so I didn't know most of the answers. And I was like, these people are so smart.
I don't know.
I wonder nowadays how good I would be at it.
I've seen people say that about like The Price is Right or Jeopardy, and it's like I feel like maybe not The Price is Right, but Jeopardy for sure, right? Where it's like you have to know Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I've heard people say, but Jeopardy too, those two, where it's like trivia-based games and you have to know information in order to win. Because Jeopardy, it's always specific categories. And you don't know the categories before you play the game. But I remember reading somewhere when I was younger, like, it's actually not that hard because all you have to do is have a wide breadth of knowledge and be well read. It's like, I don't know if that's true. I think you have to be like Bill Murray on Groundhog's Day and just have seen the episode of Jeopardy enough times to have it memorized. Like, there's no way you know all the answers on Jeopardy.
Or get lucky. Like that they're asking the things that you actually do know about.
But then you see people on Jeopardy that are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That just know everything.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know. Maybe they're just smart people.
Did you ever watch that movie Slumdog Millionaire?
Yeah, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, I loved it because the whole concept was like every time they asked him, they would tell the story of how he knew that answer.
Right. That's
like,
a great concept.
That was a good, cool concept.
It's all connected to his life.
Yeah, that he knew. They asked him about some god in India. What's the god that dresses in blue with a bow and arrow? And he knew because the people who worship that god assaulted his village, and there was a girl painted like that.
Yeah.
So then he knew well who that god was, and I was like, wow.
That is a great idea for a movie.
Yeah,
it
was fantastic. Like I loved it, and the best part is like they kept the culture. It's an Indian movie, so it's so funny. You watch this beautiful movie, tragic as well, with all, and then in the end, it's just a dance number because it's an Indian movie, and it's just really. I love that it's part of the culture, but it's so dissonant to me. It's like we just finished, and then it's like dance number, everyone, like freaking High School Musical right now.
That's how every musical feels to me. Yeah. I can never get into it.
But it's not a musical. That's the thing, right? It's an Indian movie.
That's just what
dance
they do.
It's part of their culture, right? It's like the dancing.
Yeah,
yeah.
It'd be like if at the end of this podcast we both got up and just
just did a choreography. Hey, I wouldn't be opposed if you send it to me, and I could do the James Corden method of studying it 3 nights before.
Yeah,
and we could just play it off as, dude, we should just dance
on the 4-Pete, dude. On the 4-Pete, we'll have it all planned out.
We'll play it out like it's improvised, dude. I just feel like dancing, man. Do you feel like dancing?
That's crazy. That's all I want to do right now. I've got it flowing through me, dude.
You gotta get swifty.
Because just writing it in naturally is going to be the hard part. We have to make it feel like totally natural.
Yeah, it's like I say something and I'm like, yeah, dude, and damn, I like that clap. That was, damn, that was cool.
Yeah, and before they know it, they're in it with us.
Yeah,
and we're all in it.
Everybody do the ruse.
I just start worming on the ground.
And I'm just
awesome.
like, in those old rap movies, like, yeah.
You pull sunglasses out from behind you.
Show us what you got.
We all of a sudden we've got shakers. You know, if we had shakers, we need to get instruments. That's what we need. Just little instruments for this.
Just like a little maraca.
Yeah, a maraca, a shaker, maybe a bong. Oh, if we could get a gong, that would be awesome.
Boom.
Yeah, just for every now and then. Dude, just a gong for this podcast, I think would be a nice touch. What podcast has gongs? I don't know if that's been done.
I'm going to say no.
There's got to be one. There's got to be a couple.
No, I think there for sure is.
But nobody's gonging it up. Like, nobody's got a gong.
How much does a gong run you?
That's a good question. Let's look it up.
Let's
actually
look up
worth looking up.
Rue's dance number that gets triggered with a gong.
Yeah.
When he hits the gong, you gotta dance as a guest.
Random dancing.
I should bring that to my show. Oh my God, where was that?
That was iCarly.
iCarly. No, you hit a core memory right there. Random dancing.
I think about that anytime like lights turn into disco lights all of a sudden. I'm like, oh, this is it.
Gibby.
Dude, Gibby. Every now and then on my phone I'll get like Gibby edits. Where it's like Gibby, but it's like he looks like a fucking badass. There's hip hop music playing. It's like a thirst trap video.
Have you seen the one? It's not Gibby. They are looking for Gibby in the episode, but it's one. Yeah, because it's Gibby falling from the roof, but it's a stuntman. But in the scene, the stuntman bounces.
I haven't seen that
from
one.
the ground.
I mean, I've probably
and
seen
apparently
the
in real life he got hurt.
Oh wow!
But it's so funny because like, where's Gibby? And as he falls, it's these edits where they put, I've been roaming around. I love those edits so much. Where it's like Mary Jane asking Spider-Man, getting mad at Spider-Man and Peter for not making it to her play. Legit, what Spider-Man's going through. He's getting blown through like 3 walls. I've been roaming around.
Yeah. I like when it's like I can't tell if it's ironic or not.
Our viewers are not gonna get any of that.
I think they might.
You might.
Because like I don't know. I think a lot of people get these videos. I don't think it's just me.
It's totally fine, right?
Yeah. But I've seen like so it'll be like Tobey Maguire and it'll be like the same type of thing except like Mary Jane will reject him and then it just shows him being like Black Spider-Man in the third one and then it's like raindrop. Black top, roaming on bone with the crop top, and then it's just him just looking cool, a bunch of like quick edit, like snap cuts, and it's like, and I can't tell if it's made by a 5-year-old or somebody my age that's just like being ironic. Like I can't tell, because it could just as well be like legit somebody thinking that's cool as it could be somebody thinking this is a funny video to make.
Yeah, I would hope it's ironic. I would hope, but if it's a guy thinking it's cool,
there's people
who
do just make these edits because they think it looks cool. Like there's people who just like pick a piece of social media and then they'll like make Walter White look like a fucking rap lord.
Yeah.
And it's like they make edits.
Yeah, I mean the Gibby one is the peak, right? Of like
dude, the Gibby shit's so funny. I think that's so hilarious that to take fucking like Gibby and like because Gibby's always been a hero. We need to mythologize
moments,
him.
like there's moments where he talks to girls a certain way where it's super smooth.
Yeah.
And so I think they probably put those videos in.
That's true.
Yeah, because there are episodes where like these beautiful girls are just like they want Gibby and he's kind of like disregarding them.
Yeah.
And it's just I think so. That's what little I do.
No,
remember
you're right.
Spencer would date a lot of beautiful girls in the show. Spencer, the brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing I always liked about Spencer is that stuff would just light on fire. Because like
for no reason,
yeah,
where he gets a new. Because at the beginning it made sense, like, or it was stuff that could catch on fire.
Yeah,
but then I think the first one I saw that was absurd is he had a drum kit.
Yeah,
and he hits I got this new joke, and he hits the cymbal and it lights up on fire.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And
I relate to that because I feel like I shouldn't even touch things because like I'll break them. So I feel like that's like a good. He's representing the people who just can't touch things because they will break. Because that's how it feels. It feels like you touch something and it just bursts into flames.
Yeah, that's just good comedy.
It's so funny.
That's just good comedy.
I like when he had the ostrich. When he had the ostrich that one time, if you've ever seen that.
Oh yeah,
that's really good.
Where they ask him what that is and he points out something else.
Yeah,
I think it's like there was what is that? And he's like a smoothie. Where he's got the ostrich with him.
That actor, he's like also. I'm amazed his career didn't pick up after that. His name's Jerry Trainer.
Yeah.
Right? And you would think he had done a lot more because he's kind of like a Jack Black-esque like physical comedian.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised he doesn't do more.
I know that something happened
He was also in Drake and Josh,
where there was something weird going on with the kids that I think the director Schneider.
Oh, yeah.
He's being creepy to them. And I think Jerry Trainer was one of the guys protecting the kids.
Yeah, there was the whole
And I don't know if they
documentary.
gave him blackball because of that. Like they blackballed him.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know if that hindered started his career. But I've seen him on podcasts recently, and he seems well.
Yeah.
So I hope he's a very funny guy.
Let's see the Jerry Trainer come back. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, hopefully Jerry Trainer, man. If you ever see this, man, love you, dude. You gave me very good teenage years.
Let's make out.
Yeah.
Can we make out?
Let's go.
I mean, let's just cut to the point. Let's just get straight there.
Yeah, I was hanging out with someone last night, and we were watching a movie. And the whole time she was like, I wish these two guys would make out. Like, anytime she watches a movie and there's two guys that are friends, she's like, I wish they would make out. I was like, why we got to make it that?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, let them make out. But
she must like gay guys.
She must like the gay guys.
She just must really, because it's on her mind.
Yeah.
It's like a Rorschach test for her. Like, every time she watches a movie, she sees two dudes and she thinks it's gay guys. Like, that says something about you.
Yeah.
Now it's you.
You kind of want that. Why don't you should go into screenwriting. And you should go into script writing and just make that movie. I was speaking of comedy. I was going to say, I got to have you back on the show soon, man. I got to have you back.
Oh,
yeah, man.
Wow, you're actually
funny, man. I got the next one on Valentine's Day. And then after that, check this out. On March, International Women's Month, I bought these muscle stimulators or whatever that can simulate cramps, like period cramps. So what I'm going to do is a friend of mine for March, I'm going to put the pads on for my set, and she's gonna crank it up to make me feel what period cramps are like.
Dear Lord.
I think it's gonna be hilarious.
I think you need to promote the hell out of that.
Yeah.
You need to be like, when have you ever seen this ever on stage in comedy? Because like that is something I think people would show up just to see.
Just to see that.
To see that.
Yeah, and I mean, I want to do not every month, but every time I can. I mean, now it's Valentine's Day. Do something that's themed to what the month is. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna do something with love for the February one.
Yeah.
And then something for International Women's Month in March. So we're gonna do that. So I should promote that more. I should do like a test at home of like having them on and people cranking it up to see how much I can handle.
I don't know. What if you do the test and you're like, oh, I shouldn't do this?
I don't think so, because I've seen people do it on podcasts, like dudes, and it's hilarious.
So you just probably have to be stationary. You probably don't want to be standing. You probably want to be sitting.
I think people have done it standing, because I mean, women. This is what women feel during their periods. So it's like. I should be able to do it standing. I don't know what all the fuss is about. I'm kidding.
I really wonder how accurate it is. Like, yeah, I wonder how accurate it could be.
I need to have a control. I need to have a girl with me that tests it.
Yeah. Are you on your period? Are you sure?
Yeah.
How crampy are you?
No. So she can't be on her period. I need to have a girl that's not on her period to put it on. And then say, yes, this is actually how it feels.
Yeah.
To chew 5 gum.
Yeah. You need a professional.
Dude, I've been thinking of also doing ads for like fake ads for my show. Like, it's like, here's a word from our sponsors, and it's the most ridiculous ad ever, and then we go back to the show.
That's a good idea.
We should do that. We should. I'll let you know, so in case I'm in the area, we record something.
Just make up fake ads.
Yeah. It's like how it feels to chew 5 gum, and it's a kid walking up to his parents, like, hey, look at this, and they're like, we're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
5 gum, stimulate your senses.
But like, would these ads be on like a pod, like this?
A projector.
On a projector.
I would say in the middle of the show, hey, here's a word from our sponsors, turn off the lights. Projector, and then it comes back up, and I'm just like alarmed. I'm just like looking at the audience, like, well, that's our sponsor.
Yeah.
And then we just keep it going.
Yeah. Like, don't like make it seem like you didn't know that was what it was gonna be.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, that's crazy that 5 gum has gone in that direction.
Hey guys, that's crazy that Jim Balderston was in that.
Yeah. Was that me?
Was that me?
Is that me in that video? It's a handsome
I think
fella.
that's AI, guys. I don't know.
I don't trust it. But yeah,
we got 3 more of those coming, so I'm kind of freaked out.
Wow, you're actually funny. February 14th.
There we go. And this comes out right before that, because I think like this is, like I said, early February. So I want to say like February 9th, February 6th. So if you guys are seeing this, you're on the cusp of this episode. Maybe you come out to a lovers event, a love themed edition of Wow, You're Actually Funny.
Yeah,
and Wow, You're Actually Funny has been going on for a little while now.
Almost. We're 1 year anniversary in March.
Oh shit!
1 year anniversary. Why wouldn't we have you for International Women's Month / 1 year anniversary? Have a rap.
Yeah.
If not that one, then April. We'll talk.
I mean,
yeah.
I could definitely talk, because the thing is, I would want to make a rap surrounding the event. I could say, oh, you make a ladies' 1 year anniversary rap. It's just, it's a gold mine. I can just imagine all the stuff I could talk about. You know,
let's make it a big one.
Makes it easy. You know, it's like it's basically giving me 2 big themes for the rap. Essentially, it's that Harry Mack thing I was talking about earlier. Yeah. Like, once you have like the beginning, then you have everything else, because now I can already see where you could go with that. You know, it's ladies. ladies. Make a rap for the
Sup,
ladies.
Yeah. I actually, now that I think about it, I do have to prepare for this one. I'm going to go in a suit. You know, like, well, at least for Valentine's Day, I got to go in a suit, look really nice, you know, have a rose or something, or a little thing in my pocket.
You could be like a bachelor.
You could be like a bachelor.
You look like a bachelor.
Yeah. Which of these comedians is going to gain my hand? You know, which one makes me laugh the most? No, we got a good lineup.
And it's 5 dudes.
Oh, yeah, no girls allowed. no girls allowed. This is for the fellas. No, it's going to be
Is he going to get with Milo Mack? Let's find out.
No.
Owen's staring at you longingly.
Yeah. No, Owen, he's got me, man. You know? What a guy.
Wrapped around his finger, I can tell.
He's got me wrapped around. Peyton, if you're watching this, you probably know that's his girlfriend. I'm sorry, but it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming in more ways than one.
This guy. I was gonna say so. Yeah, no, wear a suit, look nice, do well. Should make for a fun time.
Yeah.
But yeah, 1 year anniversary in March. I'm excited, man. I know that Jim Balderson was talking about joining forces with Comedy You Deserve, my show. Yeah, man.
2 rings on the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, I don't know. It gets interesting producing when it goes on for longer, because now you got to sustain it, and now you got to get regulars, and I've got like 2 or 3 regulars, which is good.
Who are?
No, just people that show up.
People
that show up at the show, and they're like, we live right here.
You don't mean performers, you mean people like coming to the shows.
No, I've only had about 6 repeats, because on the December edition for the end of the year, I brought back everybody from the first show. Milo, Natalie, Owen, some other people.
I think part of the fun with producing anything like over a long period of time where you're bringing different people is that you don't want to bring in the same people.
Exactly.
You want to make a new thing and find. That's kind of the fun is like, oh, how can I combine these different people? And you always kind of want to top yourself a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like, how can I do better and bigger than last time?
Exactly. And then
and once you've done it longer, you kind of legitimize your show. So the people who might have not done it before are more willing to do it. I think comics are actually a pretty easy get. It's actually like once you have something that's established, a lot of comics
I have
are
comics in my
be
DMs now more often.
Yeah.
Comics who are like more established, have done more shows, send me their whole package of like, hey, I've done this, and that. Here's my clip. I would love to be on your show.
Yep, I've gotten that too. Yeah. They'll send you. They'll know what to do. They'll send you. A clip.
What is your show? What is your show?
I do Cash Bash.
Okay,
so Cash
when
Bash
is this?
Live.
I want to be on this.
Oh, I'm surprised I haven't told you about this yet.
Yeah, I think you told me, but you just haven't had me on. Man.
I've only done it twice. To be fair, I've only done 2 so far. I want to make it a bi-monthly show. It's also at Surge. Okay. And the whole idea is, but it's anywhere. It's at Surge right now, but it doesn't have to stay at Surge. And it really is a flexible thing in the sense that it can be anything, but it's mostly comedy with a little bit of music, maybe a couple musical performers, but mostly comedy. And it's a giveaway show where we give away $100 to one random person at the end, and we also give away a bunch of other stuff throughout the show. Like right now, I've got this box over here. And so at the next one, I slowly collect things, like stuff that I think. So it'll be like end up being like, say you have 5 performers throughout the show. You have like 4 giveaways in between each performer. So I would hold up
Chelsea Handler book.
I got the Chelsea Handler book, My Horizontal Life. We've got The Further Adventures of Batman. We've got these pairs of gloves here. And why not throw in this nail polish? So we've got these 4 things, and somebody's about to win them right now.
All 4.
And then also, what I do is I message a bunch of comedians or producers beforehand so I can give away tickets to other shows. So like you can also win 2 free tickets to Wow, You're Actually Funny. And then I'll just put the Instagram of the person so they just reach out to you, tell you that, hey, I won. Yeah. And then boom, now they got 2 free tickets to your show.
Dude, hell yeah, promoting other people.
Exactly. And so and then you do game show stuff throughout. So at the very beginning, it's Who Wants to Be a Gorillionaire? And that's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And then if they win, they go to the mid-game show, and they also... Or I think, that's how it starts there. And so in my mind, that introduces continuity, where it's like the people that win at the beginning then are in the part in the middle. So like they won at the beginning, they're rewarded for being at the show early and not being late or anything like that. Now they can be part of the mid-show game where you can actually win a prize. And in the mid-show game, it's the price I. And in the Price I, we have like
Price I, hell yeah. Okay.
We got a few prizes laid out like what we did before. Like probably maybe this Ted Lasso party game.
Oh,
okay.
I love Ted Lasso.
There you go. So you'd want to win this. And so we got that sitting there, and then maybe like one other thing.
I believe and believe.
Yeah, so like the Ted Lasso, and then also this 4 film favorites Eddie Murphy DVD collection. You got
DVD
Norbit,
collection. I hope y'all got a PlayStation or something.
You go. I hope you have a way to convert this into digital. And so we got these 2 things, and I would say you guys got to, just like the Price is Right, you got to guess how much these 2 things cost together. Whoever is the closest but under wins both of these prizes.
But under.
Yeah, because you can't go over. Just like the price
yeah,
is Right.
I need to watch more of The Price is Right.
But like, to me, that makes that's the stuff that makes my show unique. Because the question was always to me, how do I do something that's like actually different, that feeds into the same idea of everything else I'm doing, which is giving back and like so the giveaway thing to me is perfect. And like I want people to go away from the show thinking they actually won prizes. Like it actually feels like they won something. Just like giving away $100 at the end. Like you actually can win $100 if you just stick around till the end. Anybody.
How long does it last?
I want it to be 2 to 2.5 hours. Like
Okay.
I think that's because usually we start around like 8 or 9, and I just think it's a big ask to go any
Yeah,
longer.
comedy shows usually the sweet spot is an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Exactly.
So yeah,
so 2
I think,
hours.
I think 2.5 hours. Yeah, 2.5 hours is a lot.
I think 2 is ideal. It's just hard to jam pack everything into 2 because you want to do so much. I'm thinking big, and I'm trying to figure out how to keep it tight.
Figure it out. And I might be wrong, but you used to do this way back in the day, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I probably did tell you about this.
Yeah, you did tell me that you used to do it back in the day. And I think right after I did my first podcast is when you resumed.
Yes, I think that's
Yeah.
exactly right. We were probably talking about why you're actually funny, and then I had mentioned how I'm just now resuming it because that's probably where I was at. The last one was episode 163 or something like that. It's in the 160s. So about 80 episodes ago is when that occurred. So
wow.
It's crazy to think because that was probably the very beginning of Cash Bash. That was probably right when I was doing the Midsummer Cash Bash, and then the Thanksgiving one was next, and then I want it to be themed too. That's the idea I have in my mind, where it's like you put blank Cash Bash, so it can be anything. Yeah. But and the other thing I want to do is the last 2 I did with Tim Perez, and he has his own thing called Gorilla Taco Party, and I think it's flexible. Like I could really collaborate with anybody and just put like in collaboration with so-and-so, in collaboration with Wow You're Actually Funny. And it's just a co-produced event where we're doing both of our things at the same time. I'm doing the giveaway stuff, but also you're doing Wow You're Actually Funny. I think that's a cool idea because you can kind of apply it to all these different shows, and just then that expands naturally because all the audience, it's the same idea with everything else, collaboration, and
everything's
the audience
connected,
is coming together. So to me, it's so awesome because it just works.
And then you build a scene, and you're in the scene, but you build your own little scene.
And I want everybody to win.
Yeah.
I want everybody to win actually, like not just in like words, but I want to find a way to
you're
make
actually
that
winning.
Wow,
you're gonna get tired of winning.
Wow, we're actually winning.
You're gonna get tired of winning.
You're gonna get so tired of winning by the time we're done with this.
I have now in my show. I just do a little trivia. I don't know if I did it when you were there.
Yeah.
But it's called Wow You're Actually Listening.
That's good.
And so it's we bring 2 people up, and they got to answer a question from each of the comedians' sets.
Yeah.
Something the comic said in their set.
What race did he say was his favorite sexual partner?
Exactly. And for better or worse, you got to answer that question.
Yeah.
If you don't, and if you win, you get a free drink. Because I need to get more creative with what I can give away. Because I was gonna give away more tickets to my own show, but I was like, that's so pretentious. Of like, here's 2 more tickets to our next show. I'm just trying to get you to come back. So I can do what you said, just to another person's show.
Producers want to give away their tickets. Almost everybody I asked said, yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Like most people, because they just want people to come to the shows.
If you want to do 2 for Why You're Actually Funny, go right ahead.
And most people say exactly that. Like you'd be surprised. It's just a matter of reaching out. Like any giveaway stuff. Like I think people want to give away stuff as long as you ask them. So like I got Professor Pizza to give a free pizza out for the second one too, which is cool. He does a lot of stuff with Roast Battle. I've had him on this podcast, but he's met so many like big comedians because I don't know if you know about Professor Pizza. He'll like go and give them personal pizzas and make a special box for them and do all this. And so he's met so many big names who come through the city because he's kind of the guy who comes to these comedy venues and does this. He's awesome. But he gave away a pizza, and just anybody you like think would be wanting to, because that counts as a sponsor. You can then say sponsored by so and so because it is a sponsor. They are giving something away. So that stuff is all useful. Yeah,
I think my aunt talked about, because my aunt runs this thing in Puerto Rico where she travels around the island looking for cool restaurants, beaches.
Oh, that's cool.
But things that are like not known to tourists very much. And she's making these travel plans or whatever. She was like, if anytime you wanted me like pay you, she's like, I could pay for the room for you, like the $100 that it takes to reserve the room. And you could just mention my agency and this and that or whatever.
Yeah, that's like, do that immediately.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great deal. Oh, my 100%. God. That's an advertiser right there.
Oh, yeah, that is an advertiser.
That's awesome. Because, again, you just put sponsored by on the posters, and it's not even a lie. It's real.
Yeah.
And then you just, like, all you have to do is just mention it a couple times. Put a poster in the back and just mention it once or twice. Say, hey, this is who we're sponsored by. She's helping us out a lot tonight. If everybody wants to look her up, this is her name. Like, just be cool about it, because that's, in my mind, that's a blessing. Like, oh my God,
that is
just
a blessing.
To get the room paid for is a blessing.
Because I've been going in the red for the past 2 or 3 shows. They've still been very fun, which is what I care about the most.
Yeah, but you got to pay the performers. You got to pay for the space. Yeah.
And it's, I mean, I just have an account for comedy, so because of the money I make on other shows, the account is fine. But still, it's like, man, I want to make money on this again. Like I used to at the beginning, but also at the beginning, the room was cheaper.
Yeah.
But it's just fun, man. It's become very fun. I want to do so much more comedy this year. I want to install myself more in the scene. I want my show to be like one of the go-to shows.
How do you think you're going to pull that off? How do you install yourself in the scene? I think I've kind of done that on accident.
I feel like I'm known now and I'm getting called to shows, but I want to like, just even more, you know?
I think it's just making connections. Yeah. I think most of it is making connections.
I got to hang out more at shows that aren't my own.
That's what my New Year's thing, like what I was thinking around like the beginning of the new year, I was thinking, I think what I could do better this year is just be present in other people's things. And like, because I think of myself as I'm so busy. I'm always doing shit. Yeah. But I think I still could. It's kind of like giving, you get what you give. And I think if I would get more people would show up for me if I showed up for more other people. Just even asking people to hang out, even just saying like, hey, let's hang out, and making that connection.
Yeah.
How often am I doing that compared to just plugging away and working? And like, I think it's the connections that are the most valuable thing.
Yeah. And you gotta, like, for example, Zanies is one I want to get into this year. Is one of my resolutions is to do a show at Zanies.
Yeah.
And people, and they like email him or whatever, and I've emailed them like 11 times. But some people are just like, no, go to the Monday show, stick around, talk to him, and that's how you get it. Because much younger or much more comics that have done it for a lot less time than me have gotten booked there, and I'm like, and comics that have been in it for longer and are much better than me have not gotten it, and it's the networking.
Yeah,
it's the networking.
Or it's just some random person. The right guy saw you.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of it's even that. It's just being in the right room at the right time. It's both of those things. But you're more likely to be in the right room at the right time
the more you
if
go.
You're around and networking or whatever.
The more you put yourself out there, the harder I work, the luckier I am. I love that phrase so much because it's the more you're putting yourself out there. So the more you go out there, the more likely these things are to happen to you.
I've never heard that, but I really like that a lot.
You never heard that phrase? The harder I work, the luckier I am.
I've never heard it.
It's my one of my favorite phrases ever because it's so true.
It is.
And also, it's a thing about mindset, but it is true that the harder you work, because it's the more seeds that you're planting. Right?
Exactly.
And they're not all going to grow, but some of them will grow.
Yeah.
And you're working so hard that you're doing this one thing, and then you get a call from this person. Oh, crap. Yeah, I did go to that show. Mm-hmm. That one time there was only 3 people there. And yeah, I thought it was like whatever, but then I gave it my all in that show, and somebody saw me.
Yeah.
And it was just the right one of the 3 people that was there was the right person that had to be there.
Yeah.
So the harder I work, the luckier I am. I love that. I call myself the luckiest guy I know. But I think that's a matter of perspective too. Like I just feel like a lot of stuff that happens to me, I'm like, I'm very blessed to have. I mean, what my aunt said with the room, right? She's like, I'll give you the money if you want to pay for the room. That's just, I consider myself very lucky and very blessed.
I think the same way. Yeah. I always think like I'm probably spoiled in a sense.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't be where I am. I am very lucky. Like the amount of mistakes I've been able to make and the amount of stupidity I have had along the way. Like the fact that I'm where I am now is based on the grace of other people.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And like,
Preach.
it's just understanding that, like being graceful and understanding like it's a miracle that I'm.
Dude, I have the greatest parents in the world. They've like blessed me. I mean, the gifts they give me and the way they take care of me, and I've made mistakes where, you know, they've been there for me, and yes, I learned the lesson, and yes, I get punished, but right, there's things that I've done that other people might not have been able to find their way out of if I didn't have the people I have in my life.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And like, you know, I think it's so easy to just get used to your life and just take these things for granted. Like, oh, my life is my life. But like understanding that other people would not get those opportunities. They would not have those little miracles thrown at them.
Yeah.
Life's just not like that all the time.
And you should take that as a reason to
me, it makes me have to keep going.
Exactly. That should be the reason I got to give it all I can, because I've been given all these chances by all this support. Yeah. Not everybody gets to start where I get to start.
Exactly. Like, it would be a crime against humanity if I were to take all of that and do nothing. Like, to me, that's my motivation for everything. It's like I have been given too much to just not try. Yeah,
like for example, I got to live in Puerto Rico, right? So that's where I grew up. Got to do my engineering degree there, so I came out no debt because it's so cheap to study over there. So then I can get a job. I don't have to worry about those debts. So I can go out at nights to do stand-up comedy. Yeah. You know, I have this nice corporate job that pays well, and then I can go out at nights to do stand-up. Who gets to do that?
Yeah.
And some nights I'm like, and some nights I do stay in because you got to be careful with burnout as well. But sometimes, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that mic. I don't want to do this. I'm like, dude, you are set up for success.
Yeah.
You need to give it what you need to put your part.
I mean, to me, that's what like loss teaches you too. Like whenever you go through like big loss, it makes you realize what you really have. You're like, oh my God, like I had it all and then I lost that. And makes you reevaluate the other things you have that are just there, but they could disappear. And it's like, if you have the opportunity to follow your dreams, you might lose that. Anything could happen and you just can't follow your dreams anymore. And wouldn't you then want to think, at least I tried when I could have? Mm-hmm. Like imagine if you're like the best runner in the world and one day you just lose your foot. You're never going to run the same. And you're going to be able to run, but it will never be the same. And wouldn't you at least want to think, oh, well, at least I did it while I could.
And rather than think,
oh, I always wanted to run, but I never ran. Or whatever running is to you. It could be anything.
Sickness as well. When you get really sick and then you come out of the sickness and you're like, wow.
Yeah,
being healthy is such a blessing. Like I need to take more care of my body.
Anytime I have a runny nose and my nose gets red when it's cold outside, I'm like, oh my God.
It starts chafing because you're like on. It's so annoying, and then you're back, and it's like, what a blessing. Yeah, you can't have the good without the bad. Or you can't really appreciate how good something is without knowing how bad it can get.
Exactly. Yeah. And having a perspective. Yeah.
I've always wanted, to gain as much wisdom as I can without having to trip.
Yeah, but you got to trip sometimes.
You got to trip sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's good also to know if you get, like, for example, let me take the sickness example again. I've never gotten severely sick, right? I've gotten sick where it really hurt and I was out for days, but take that as an example of it could be much worse than this.
Yeah.
So, like, when you are healthy, take care of your body, do as well as you can, because it can get really, some people live with some heavy ailments and they push ahead.
Yeah.
So why shouldn't I?
And people who lose that leg and that foot, they don't just then give up. They just move on. They just think, well, okay, this is life now.
Yeah.
And they tend to be more thankful for what they have. Again, like that ends up being the takeaway for most of those things. It's like, at least I'm alive.
While there's music, you should always dance.
Yeah.
It's I love that sentiment of like, well, I'm here. Like, yes, there is time. There's my favorite book in the Bible is called Ecclesiastes. It talks about, I think it's in that book, they talk about there's a time under the sun for everything. So yes, if you lose, there is a time for grieving. There's a time for complaining. There's a time for venting, for cursing. But then you got to move on because you're living, right? And your attitude only serves to make things better or worse.
Yeah.
And some people just live in this bubble of like, complaining about everything. I know people like that. They just but it's like, dude, you know that by doing this, you're making it worse for yourself.
When those are the same people, it's like they live in this cycle. Like I think the world's like a mirror, and if you look at reality like a mirror, your life gets better because you understand that almost everything you're looking at is a projection. It's like you're seeing what you already are all the time. That's how it is. And so until you know yourself, you'll never really know the world. And I think what happens is people reject the world and they reject themselves, and then they just have that theory with it's like a nihilism where they just think everything is bad, and then they apply that to everything, but really it's because they don't have inner peace within themselves.
Yeah.
So everything just becomes bad, and it's like those people, they drain me. I can only take so much of people like that because it's hard. You want to help them, but also it's like you can only help a person like that so much because they've already decided. They already think the world is hopeless. And to me, the world is inherently hopeful. So how do I convince you? Because sometimes I'm just draining myself and actually pulling myself down. Like there's this
trying
thing,
to pull you out of there. I'm actually getting pulled down towards you.
Yeah, and there's in the book Emotional Intelligence, there's a part where they're talking about group IQ, and they've done studies on group IQ, and it's like, say you have 9 smart apples, 1 bad apple, and what always happens is if you've got 9 bad apples and 1 good apple, nothing really changes. But you got 9 good apples, 1 bad apple, it drags the whole group down. So I think like negativity is more powerful than positivity.
Weighs more, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's really hard to change that. It's just so hard.
And some people are like, this is another interesting thing I learned is some people who are in there for long enough, they become comfortable in it. Mm-hmm. So admitting that there's something they could do, like being hopeful would mean they have to take on responsibility, right? Because to get out of there, now I have to make an effort.
And accountability.
Yes. Yeah. Whereas if I just keep complaining and everything's bad and everything sucks, that takes away the responsibility of I can go out there and do something.
Yeah, and but it's a rationalization. Like if you're being honest with yourself, it all sucks because you don't want to deal with it. Like that's
exactly
what it is.
Because saying it sucks takes away responsibility. It's like if I say it sucks, I don't really have to do anything but say it sucks. Yeah, because that's my excuse.
And I just think
dreams way more than excuses, right? Excuses keep you down there.
And I think like what frustrates me about it, I guess, is that I just think we are all so powerful. Like we all do have a power to change the world in a sense, but it starts with you and your decisions and the way you view things. And so if you choose to think that nothing matters, that's the idea you will then put into the world, and that will spread, and people will think that's a way of responding.
And you probably felt this in the creative world, like when you start doing so you start as a participant in the creative world, right? I'm participating in your show and this and that. This happened to me when I started doing my own show and people started showing up and having fun. I looked at all these other people that put on bigger shows, and it's like, well, we're not that different. All you're doing is you're pursuing your passion, and you're doing so it empowers me to be like, that guy that's up there, that's just a person who is pursuing what they want and they have power, but I also have that power. Yeah. Like I started as a participant. Now I'm a creator and I'm putting people on my show. Who's to say I can't be that guy who has the show that's viral on Instagram? And that's the KPI or the performance indicator, right? But I could be that person if like you said, we're all powerful. Mm-hmm. But it's understanding that things take time. Yeah. And consistency. Like I've seen more than talent, really, it is consistency. And because there are how many talented people we probably will never hear about because they just don't work for it, right? Yeah.
Or they don't have even like a consistent way of reminding you they're talented. Like they don't have a manager, or they don't have anything. Yeah. Because some people are just so talented, they just need somebody to help them. Yeah. Like some people are just they I don't think they should be
to navigate
doing
through the
social
world
media and all that. Yeah, they should find somebody to just help them because they're really good. They just don't have the right representation. But yeah, it's consistency.
We are powerful, like you said. Like we are powerful, and it's understanding. Like, because I think a lot of problems nowadays with people too is like they want it to happen overnight.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah,
and I think for something to be good and consistent, you have to build. And
success doesn't even work like that. Like, what if success were overnight? What do you? Okay, what happens a week later then? Like, how does that work?
What do we do now? Yeah, exactly. And for things to be sustainable, there's going to be a long period of like nobody knows or very few people know what you're doing. Yeah. I hate those cliches of Instagram of like guys who are like billionaire mindset, but some of them really do have like the hard work hard in silence. Yeah. Like that's a very real one where it's like in the creative world is different because you got to be vocal and you got to show what you're doing. But a lot of it is I'm going to these open mics where I'm bombing and I'm not doing well. But then 2-3 months later, I have 2 or 3 new bits that are just phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And some person sees that for them is 8 minutes. Yeah. But that was weeks and months of me going out in the cold nights to a mic to spend $10 and get no laughs.
Wait 50 minutes just to talk for 3.
50 minutes, yeah, exactly. It is a beautiful thing in comedy of like you're waiting all that time to do 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And hopefully it works. Maybe it doesn't. But yeah,
not,
we're all
I'm-
very powerful. It's just about putting the mindset of it's gonna take time. But these, I mean, trees, plants, that all takes time. But they all bear like a lot of them bear these beautiful fruits, right?
Why do you think that people think that it won't? What do you think makes people think that way?
That it's overnight.
Yeah.
I think it's the society we live in, the microwave mindset of everything's quick. It's quick pleasure.
Yeah.
And I do this, and everybody's selling the secret. In 2 months, you'll have the greatest body ever. Yeah, sure.
Right.
And everybody likes taking shortcuts. I mean, now you have.
Yeah, let's just take a pill to not be fat anymore.
I was about to say that,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to take a pill. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a pill to concentrate and do that. Everything has got to be a shortcut. But it's because of what capitalism and society has sold us, right? Everything's got to be quick. And all these people who have companies, that wasn't quick.
Yeah.
They want to sell you maybe the idea that it can be quick, all these motivational coaches and this and that, but it's not. But it is beautiful when you actually do start a process. Like the first time I really had something like that happen that I noticed was back in 2021. I got really into fitness and I was like, hey, it's COVID. If I don't start working out now, if I'm not able to build a habit now where I have nothing to do, I will never be able to. So let me try to prove it to myself. And after 2-3 months, seeing how my body changed, also documenting with pictures, I was like, well, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like this isn't like, it's not like cooking where it gets better with time, but I cook something and it's done in 2 hours. Oh, I have this beautiful result. It was like after 2 or 3 months, my body is different now.
Yeah.
I feel better. I was able to, that term bodybuilding I never thought about the term bodybuilding. You can literally, Arnold Schwarzenegger has his documentary says, you look at your body in the mirror and you're like, I need a little bit more here, like a sculptor. So now for a few weeks, I got to work on that muscle. And then a few weeks later, you look, it's bigger. It's crazy to see like results from this thing that takes such a long time. But we live in a society. We live in a society that's
Next podcast we'll have
us-
Joker makeup on too.
With who?
The Joker. We'll be painted like the Joker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's the
We'll
one that
be-
Jared Leto had right up here? He's damaged or
Damaged, I think you're right.
Oh, whatever.
But I was gonna say thug, but I think it was damaged.
Yeah, and but yeah, we live in this world where we want everything quick.
Yeah.
But what should be inspiring to the viewer about that is that a lot of people might be following that. If you just take the time to put time into something, really easily you can come above about 85% of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like people still appreciate real things. It's
Yes.
just the problem is you now have to find a way to translate it into a fake medium. Like you have to find a way to get people to stick around for 0.3 seconds, and maybe you catch them there, and then maybe hopefully they'll stick around for 3 to 5 seconds. And if they're really going to stick around, maybe they'll watch the whole 20 seconds. And it's like, I think it's like if you gave everybody crack and you didn't tell them it was crack, they would all smoke it because they don't know the difference.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we're all just crackheads. Everybody's an addict because you gave it to everybody and you never ever gave any limits or nothing. And so it's like, when I'm sitting on a subway train and I look around and everybody's on their phone, that's not surprising to me because you gave everybody phones. Like if we didn't have access to that, we wouldn't run and do this drug all the time. But we constantly have access, and so that's
and then
why
you gave them access to doom scrolling. Back in the
that's
day,
what I was about to
Instagram
say.
when it started,
Yeah.
there was an end to the I think if your friends hadn't posted any pictures as well, then anything else you could see.
Yeah, there wasn't Reels. There was no TikTok. There was no any of this. And so as soon as you got this, Vine was the very beginning, but Vine was even tame compared to what we have now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so it's just that people get conditioned. And so people get conditioned and you can't blame them for wanting to do it because
Because that's what they're giving us.
and it's so fine-tuned to you. The algorithm will give you exactly what you want to see. It knows you. You like knitting? It'll show you knitting videos all day. It just somehow figured that out, and now it's only showing you knitting stuff. Maybe it spied on you and heard you say knitting. Maybe who knows how it figured it out.
Yeah.
But they gotcha. And so it's just crazy to me
because you have to go out of your way
to find different things. Yeah.
Yeah, and to, like you said, to not have that constant spiel of easy satisfaction, dopamine hits. It's like eating healthy. If you want to eat healthy, you kind of got to go out of your way.
I mean, think
at the
about it this
grocery
way.
store, and you got to look for specific things. Whereas back in the day, it was probably easier. Companies would push more the healthier stuff and the good stuff. Nowadays, it's just what's easy to get is the crap.
Yeah, and you're surrounded by it, and if you don't pay attention, you just think it's normal. You just accept it as what it is, and so it's like, and there's too much of everything too. So it's kind of, because I think of it like, stuff never really got worse. It's just that you can see everything now. Everything is there all the time. So it's like it's always been the case that there's just a small amount of people who are really good at something. That's always been the case. And that's why people stick out. And that's why you see people who just shine above the rest. And we all just kind of agree, oh yeah, they're good at that. Because some people are just meant to do something. But now everybody's on the same exact pedestal with social media. Anybody can do anything. Like, anybody can be a musician. They just have to get started, and they don't need a record deal. They don't need there's no gatekeepers anymore with social media. And that's for better or worse, because you have infinite opportunity, but you also just have infinite noise and competition. And it didn't used to feel like that. It used to kind of feel like an organic thing that you were within, and now it's just this smorgasbord conglomerate of everything, just all inside of this little device that's Pandora's box, and anybody can find anything.
Every friend I have that's trying to make it on TikTok, I have a friend that she's really good, like, with vlogging. She just got married, did a bunch of crazy good vlogs about it, explaining who she hired, how fun it was, all these things.
But she's got to make some reels if she wants people to see it.
You got to make like 3 a day.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to break through the noise, I think after you pass 10,000 followers, it gets easier. But at the beginning, and I've heard this from multiple people, you got to do 3 a day. Yeah. So imagine how much crap you're putting out if you're doing 3 a day. Do you have enough content to do 3 a day?
Like, the only way you do that is by doing a podcast all the time.
Yes.
It's literally the only way.
But the work
I just have too many clips because I'm talking 24/7. That's the only way you get.
But you still got to go in and fish for those clips.
Because when I was because when I was doing music and not doing the podcast so much, that was like, I was thinking that, how the fuck am I gonna make 3 clips a day of like music? Because I don't want to dumb my things down. I'd have to make like different music videos and like tiny little, I'd have to make so many of those. I have to spend, like, I've heard people who are like professional content creators say it's not that hard. You just have to spend a whole day filming this stuff, which I guess maybe you could do that. But I don't know. You feel like you have to have like have a director's mindset to be even able to know,
what do I pick out from this? Yeah.
And how am I going to plot out 3 weeks worth of content in this 12-hour block? Like, come on. That's not most people. That's like the social media guy who hasn't figured out. Like, so it's just hard. The expectations that are placed on people is crazy. And like, I just think that it's weird because it takes away. What happens is you get a boomerang. Like, you see it in comedy, you see it in music, where because of social media and the things that get popular on there, it then affects the art form in this strange way. And so you do have things like crowds now, where that would have never happened outside of social media. But you have social media come along and popularize crowd work in a way that's never been popularized.
Detest it. Yeah.
And I think crowd work is a great thing, but I think what happens is you get people coming to comedy who then
thinking
heckle.
It's going to be a conversation now between us.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I crowd work, I like it. I'm going to use math here for just quick explaining. 20% max of your show can be crowd work. 15%. Comedians are now coming in at 50% crowd work.
I've heard
Matt Rife put 2 specials out that are fully crowd work.
Well, you know what Paul Farvar told me? He told me the standard and it's actually frowned upon if you're a bigger comic and you do crowd work before the big comic goes up, if you're a feature or something like that.
Oh, okay.
You can say the comic didn't see your set, and he mentioned this guy in the audience, and he spent 20 minutes on that guy in the audience. Well, now you look like a dumbass if you come out and you don't acknowledge that, or even know, you just talk about the guy like no one mentioned it before.
Yeah.
So you should, if you spend all this time on crowd work, you're actually taking away from the headliner.
Yeah.
And I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, no, I do a show now. I'm not going to say the name of the producer, but he's very, very professional, very good. And
it's Owen Monahan.
It's Owen Monahan. We're back, Peyton. We're back for you.
Guys, this is a great night.
What a night.
What a night.
What a night. His producer, he told me, at least on the first one, he was like, it was the first time doing a show, he's like, you got 10 minutes, blah, blah, no crowd work. And I was like, but the reason on that one was because, like, my audience is very loyal to this show. I don't know you, and I don't want you making anybody feel uncomfortable or anything like that. I don't know how you are, so no crowd work today. He still prefers you do as little as possible, but one of his most popular comics, one of his regulars, is a staunch a poser of crowd work at all. He says, "Did I pay you to do comedy? Like, am I outsourcing my work to you, or am I the comic that's supposed to come here and do my jokes and work hard?" he's like, I think he's probably like 45, 50, so he's more old school. But I might not be in agreement with him completely, because I think a little bit of crowd work always works, especially if somebody yelled something out. It's good to acknowledge it and be in the moment with people.
Yeah.
But first of all, people shouldn't be yelling shit out anyway. But he's like completely like, no. But I respect the fact that he's like, I was like, it's true. If I was a musician who's the whole time, Jared Leto did this when I saw 30 Seconds to Mars in Puerto Rico. He was making the audience sing every song.
Yeah.
Well, I was excited when Closer to the Edge came on, or Kings and Queens, because I was like, that's a hard song.
Yeah.
In the chorus, every time he's like, "We are the," and he would put the microphone out to people. I was like, what are you doing here? I came here to see you sing that.
Yeah.
Not me. So he's like, this comic is like, did I pay the audience to do comedy? No, they paid me to do comedy. So I should be the one doing the work here. And I'm like, damn. But like Matt Rife, but no, actually no, it's the social media. It's what you said, is the medium that has made crowd work blow up.
Exactly.
Because crowd work is a beautiful thing. And it's used for clips because it's something that happens in the moment. It's not,
and comedians don't want to burn material.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful thing about crowd work, that the crowd feels like this is a special moment that happened only for us.
Feels unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's got that special thing. But then you, like humans do with everything, we abuse it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Now let me juice that for all the money that it's worth, all the views.
You know what I like
worth.
about the freestyle thing I do when I'm just saying stuff throughout the show is that wouldn't even make sense if you filmed it. Like if you filmed me freestyling stuff and I'm just mentioning stuff that was throughout the night, no one knows what I'm talking about except the audience.
I told everyone at my show that the most beautiful thing about because that night went on for a little bit long. So when you were coming on, I was like, shit, I hope people are like still with us.
Yeah.
Whatever. Was seeing people light up as you started mentioning these these punchlines of like, I was like, at one point I was kind of going in a trance, and then you mentioned something and I lit up. I was like, oh my God, this person said that. Cause I also didn't know you were going to do that.
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to do the 2 songs.
Yeah.
3.
I like to just hit them.
And
I
like
to give people surprises.
Hell yeah. It was a great surprise. Let's make out. No, but it was just beautiful watching people light up. You could see the people like, somebody might be looking at their phone and they're like, oh, like you could see in real time their brain, like what you said, that signal of what you said clicking in their brain.
Yeah.
And being like, oh shit, how did he just say that? That just happened.
There's
like,
no way I would have said it when it just happened unless I just wrote it or I just like and they know that, because I think you're treating the audience like they're smart when you do something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's to all of our intelligence, you know?
Yeah.
Like it only works if you're paying attention. Like if you listened earlier, now you know what I'm talking about.
While you're actually listening.
While you're actually listening, yeah. You know, I could incorporate that somehow. That's a great joke. Yeah.
No, I thought it was great. I thought it ended the night perfectly.
You know what I'm saying? Every time when I spit this thing, I look at y'all and I'm like, wow, you're actually listening.
Dude, that is impressive. That's impressive that you could just do that. Yeah, no.
See see, people do one syllable and that's no. You gotta ing, like you gotta hit. You got to get the syllable, because that's what blows their minds.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, it's the multi-syllables that get them. Like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. One time I rhymed that whole thing. I can't remember how I did it. I got to find it somewhere. Dude, I got to find it. I'll try to find it just to prove it.
Oh, yeah. No,
That's a hard word to rhyme, okay?
It is a super hard word to rhyme. It's a supercalifragilisticexpialidociously hard word to rhyme.
Yeah, supercalifragilistic. I got it right here. All right, so it's if you ask me why I did it, I say no reason. Man, I seen some things. I swear my soul's seething. I learned religion by listening to Love Sosa. I'm supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh,
yeah, that's what it was. So it has to be like but in by in you see, so there's got to be a lot of syllables in there. To me, it's all about those like inner. If you just rhyme the last word, that's not cool. You gotta twist the words around, you know. That's like poetry. Now you're doing something.
Poetry was the word on my mind when you said that. Like all the elements of it. Yeah, it's not just rhyming the last word. There's elements to it.
Yeah, because in my mind, I'm hearing sounds and then I convert them to words. Like that's how it works. It's like because that's the only way you
do that
can
exercise just now. That was cool.
That's how it works in my mind. And then it's like, okay, so the next line's got to be, you know, dude, I actually get this. I swear it's like I know ya or something. Like you fill in the sounds with words. And then all of a sudden it makes sense. And you're like, whoa.
Have you ever seen John Bellion making of videos?
No.
So John Bellion's my favorite producer. He also like raps in a lot of his songs, but he's very good at vlogging. He became really popular with that, of like making of all his songs. And he put out one recently. The song is called Wash. It's beautiful, but it was beautiful because he had the beat. He builds the beat first, and then he's looking out the window doing something like what you're doing. He's like, just doing the sound because he doesn't have the lyrics yet. So he's like, and then you see when they start slowly out of the chaos, because that's what art is, right? Is you're taking chaos and you're making order out of that. Yeah. Because there's something in there. Yeah. I just have to tame it.
And like melodies are so interesting to me because it's like, where does that come from? You know, like what kind of chaos is that? You know?
I'm glad that we started the podcast the way we started, because I remember I told you that we always get very deep and philosophical. I'm glad that we started with talking just like about whatever, because now we can get into the deep, because we did but we always end up here.
We showed you we're silly guys.
We're silly guys, but we're serious guys as well. No, but it is.
This is kind of my eternal problem, is somehow I turn everything into like a philosophical conversation on this show. People walk away like, whoa,
damn, I'm a better man because of that.
I think I just need to become a therapist. I think that's what I got to do.
And I default to talking. I like seeing the world in its different layers, you know, like what's the theme, what's really going on here. You said that, but there's something deeper here.
There's something deeper than that, yeah.
But with music, when I write music, it's usually starts with a melody in my head that happens in the middle of the night. I have this little, and I just record that on my phone. I'm like, I'll touch that later.
Because you don't want to lose it.
Yeah, exactly. Because when I first started writing music, I made the mistake of, I'll remember that tomorrow. Yeah. You won't remember that tomorrow.
Unless it's like so specific. But like singing and like rap, it's easier to kind of remember it. But melodies and singing, it's so hard. Because you might sing it, but you're like, no, that wasn't it.
That wasn't it.
And you can't find it anymore.
But then from that melody, okay, let me sit down on the piano and see what that sounds like with actual chords in it. And then it's the like there's the what are the words? What am I talking about here? Do I start with a topic I want to talk about, or do I just hum until a sentence comes out? And from that sentence, that's the theme, and that's what I'm gonna do around it.
Yeah, and one thing I've tried to get better at with songwriting in general is thinking thematically, like thinking grand like that. Because I think I'm a good songwriter, but I think like songs are about how they make you feel more than they are like what you say. And so thinking in theme helps with that, because it's like, okay, well, what is like the emotion and the theme that people are feeling when they hear this? Yeah, more than just what they're hearing me say. Exactly. And then what I say just has to be cohesive with that, and that makes an amazing song.
And what makes an amazing song is when you find that theme, and when you make, because melodies, chords, they have emotion in them. Yeah. The best songs, whenever I say, oh, this is one of the best songs ever written, is because somehow that person got the lyrics to mesh with the music in a way like, well, you think this music was made for those lyrics. Yeah. Like, this is what this music, what this piano is saying. This person made words out of that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've been doing that. The song I showed you earlier, the last one that I have recorded that I haven't released, it's because my buddy told me, because I heard Bad Bunny does this, because he has so many love songs that you're like, he can't have had this many encounters that ended this badly, because how much time does a 29-year-old have? Like,
how many boyfriends did Taylor Swift break up with?
Exactly. But it's like, it's still time. Unless you're with them for a month at a time, there's no way every single song's about a different person. So Bad Bunny writes songs about stories that his friends tell them. So my friend told me the story of like one of his exes.
That's what these rappers got to start saying. Yeah, I'm just telling my friend's story. When I said where I shot that guy in that song,
it's just my buddy told me.
My buddy told me.
And then also, if
that.
they catch you, hey, it wasn't me, it was my guy.
Yeah,
you arrest him. No, it wasn't me. This is it's absolute cinema.
Everybody needs a fall guy in the gang. That's how I think. You need a fall guy of the gang.
It's like a win-win, right? Because if the song makes it, give him some of your money because he gave you that idea. If they catch you because you shot 3 guys, I didn't shoot 3 guys. Yeah, he shot 3 guys,
and it's just like the fat, ugly member of the group that everybody agreed is the loser. Poor guy.
It's just because you're not aesthetically pleasing. We had to
Society
make
has rejected you.
Yeah, so we will reject you as well. Makes it easy because we are using the guy that society will naturally reject.
Yeah, everybody sees the mugshot and goes, "It was him."
Oh, for sure. It was that guy. Wow, framing ugly people is the way to go. So where it's like
That's the worst thing you could ever do.
that's how I just dedicate myself to finding the fall guy. It's just an ugly guy. No, but
That's the new strat, you know?
my buddy told me the story. I'd written this melody, and my buddy tells me the story. It was already a heartbreaking melody, or it was like not heartbreaking, but it was like mellow, sad. Like he told me the story about an ex she was engaged, and he more than once in the middle of the night would get a call from her at 2 a.m. She was engaged to somebody else, and he would wake up the next day, and he would see this missed call, and he's like, well, he kind of knew that like this is up to no good at this point, but he never picked up apparently. And he was also trying to get over her still. I think it was like a year and a half later after the whole thing. But she would call him, about to get married, would call him. And so he explained to me how that felt. And like, I might still have some feelings for her, but I'm not going to pick up because this is wrong. Like, she's engaged and this and that. And she should just let me get over her. She's moved on. Why can't I? So I wrote a song about that feeling. I was like, the whole theme of the song is like, I need to get over you, and you need to let me do that.
Yeah.
And so it's like talking about, well, you like don't pretend that you want to talk to me when you have somebody else.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's one of the times where I wrote a song where I was like, I'm gonna write the lyrics around this idea. Yeah. Whereas sometimes I come up with the first sentence by just humming, and then
see, and that's usually what I do. Usually I'm doing something where it's like I'm just kind of starting from scratch, and I'll find it somewhere along the way. That's usually what I'm thinking. But I think that like if I wanted to make something more resonant, I should lean more into theme, and I should think more about that kind of stuff, because I think my best work is strongly thematic. When I look back and I'm like, okay, what is this song saying? It's kind of clear. Like my song In Vain. A lot of people like that song. And like I didn't think of it that way when I made it, but it's like I just started with the lines. Jesus Christ, why does wrong gotta be so right? Why does life have to be so long too? All the needless fights, need advice, peace is nice, throw it long, and it just goes from there. But in my mind, it's almost like talking about the struggle of life, and like that question, why does wrong have to be so right? Just that eternal like balance of that, and just going from there, and then writing everything around that idea. But like you have to find it somehow. And I think sometimes I'll listen to an instrumental and just come to me. Like one song I think I did this really well with, it's called Forever Never After, and it was the hook that got me, because it was like I was listening to the BS trying to figure out like what the song is, and then when I heard the hook, I just heard like you don't really want to eat, and so that turns into you don't really want to dream forever, and then the song becomes about, because I had just read the book Brave New World, and that book is one of the first ever like dystopian novels, so it's way before 1984. And what's interesting about it is in 1984, that was post World War II and all this, so the way that 1984 portrays a dystopian society is based on like overrule and violence and like an overbearing government, whereas Brave New World's kind of the opposite. That was before all this stuff happened. So his idea of and it was Huxley that wrote the book. So Huxley's idea of like a dystopian future was that we would be complacent with the way things are, and we would all actually participate, because the government or whoever it is, the world government that rules over everything, they decide that the book, throughout the book, you're thinking, oh, like the government's done something to trick these people into believing this. But then you realize, oh no, people are just complacent, and they just decided that this is how they rather live this way. Like there's a drug in the book called Soma that the government just gives out to everybody, and everybody takes the drug, and then everything's all good, which is crazy, because that's not far off from just having a phone all the time. Like the government, I don't know how involved the government is in cell phones, but I'll say it's a real convenient thing to have everybody distracted in their own little bubble 24/7. That's pretty, if you're anybody who wants to manipulate anybody, this thing is the best thing in the world. And so it's just
cell
interesting
phones,
that
alcohol,
this book's from 1936, okay, and it's talking about stuff like this, and the government tricking people into being so satisfied they don't even realize what's happening around them, which I think is almost closer to reality than 1984, where it's like Big Brother is always watching and surveillance. It's almost kind of like people just accept the way things are, because we're all just kind of hedonistic, and we all seek pleasure. Yeah, like that's more what it is.
That's what it looks like now. Yeah,
and so to me, that's what the song was getting at. It's like this idea of you don't want to dream forever. You want to live. You want to be in the real world. You don't want to dream forever. And the first line of the song is alarm ringing, birds start singing. Just another day on the earth start swinging. What you want to be, the bees will keep stinging. The birds will keep chirping. The mud will start slinging. But you are not a constant. God, give me love, give me life, give me conscience. God, get me up, get me right, give me progress. Get me in the mood to infuse with the process. Because I've been feeling out of sorts. I've been feeling stuck down. Something's not accounted for. Feet is in the muck now. And it just goes from there. But that all comes from that original idea. Like, that was all inspired by this idea. Also, I like it starts with an alarm ringing because you're waking up. Like, you're not dreaming. Yeah. You can't dream forever. So the song starts with an alarm ringing and somebody waking up. That's the idea. Yeah. But like, you just don't want to dream forever. And taking that core sentence, whatever it is, and then stretching it. And I think the hard part is to not be on the nose. Because I think what a lot of artists do, poets do, filmmakers do, I just don't like it, is when you're on the nose and you're explaining things to an audience. Yeah. You're telling people what things are, because then you're predetermining what this can be. And it's like, it should be able to be all kinds of things. Like, me even explaining that song kind of takes away from it, because somebody else could have heard it and interpreted it completely differently than what I just said. So then that's the beauty of it, is like finding a way to do that, to be hands-on while hands-off at the same time. I think great comics do that, where you don't really know what they think. Like, they're making a joke and they're talking about stuff, but you don't actually know where they stand on that issue or what their actual opinion is.
And I don't have to spoon feed you the punchline. There's a lot I can do with what I don't say.
Yes, exactly.
Which is good. I want to write this thought out someday, like write it out clearly, but it's like flirting as well. When you flirt, you're not on the nose. Usually, like in these movies, when they write these movies and these two people are flirting, it's not on the nose. It's like what's not said and what's the look. And if I just go up to him like, my God, I want to kiss you. Yeah. It's like, well, that was super direct and on the nose. That doesn't really. Whereas if
nobody says that, nobody talks like that.
Yeah. Whereas if we talk and we're dropping hints and we're dropping looks and all that, that's what people like when it comes to that interaction, because it's like, it's also to your intelligence as well. Because
I've never heard it compared to flirting.
Because in stand-up comedy is easy to compare to flirting, at least in my experience.
No, but I really like the comparison, because like you just said, to your intelligence too. Because it's like we both know what is not being said.
Yeah, and I'm letting you make the connection. And in comedy, a lot of the reward for people, when people laugh, it's when it takes them a second, but they make the connection themselves. Yeah. Of what you said, of like, oh my God, yes. Like, I know it. Like, I do this joke now called that I just say I did an Irish goodbye for the first time, where it's I left without telling anyone, and then I blew up my car. And then a lot of people don't get it. They're like, well, I don't get, because it's the Irish Republican Army blowing up cars to like, but I don't explain that whole other part of it. I just, if the room didn't get it, that's the risk I took with the joke. Yeah. That's the risk I took. But I didn't want to be on the nose because they blow up cars over in Ireland. Yeah. So it's like, there's an element there of, I'm going to throw this out there. There's a lot around it, whether you catch it or not. But I have to be willing to take the fall if you didn't get it.
Well, comedy is so... I mean, it's the same thing I'm thinking when I'm writing. Like, okay, so with these roast battle raps, if I'm writing something like that, I think of it like, you're playing to the context of what the audience might know. And so everything is a risk, because you don't really know what they're going to be with or what they're not going to get. And sometimes it's just, you just lean into that a little bit because they're not going to get it. And that's just whatever. Like, so one of the things I said, and I think the first one, it was when Courtney Albers and Zach Albers, or Courtney Peterson and Zach Albers, they were still together, but they've since divorced, right? And so I had to mention Courtney because she's on the panel, or she's the host, or whatever it was. And so I said, like, Ruse, I'm coming, something Kevorkian. Oh, God damn it. What the fuck did I say? I mean, I'm getting to the punch. I bring her up, and then I get to the punchline of, like, better look out when I'm off the attack. So, or they don't hear me when I'm on the attack, so I slow it down, kind of like you're talking to Zach. And so if you're somebody who knows what I'm saying, that's funny, because you know that Zach Albers talks really slow when he's doing stand-up. His whole thing is he's got like a really slow pace. He like sits in silence in a way that I don't see a lot of people do. So I imagine them having marital conversations and her having to like literally slow things down to talk to him. And I think that's funny. Yeah. But 90% of the room's not going to know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But the 10% that do know what I'm talking about, they're going to think, rewarding. That's hilarious.
That's very rewarding.
They're going to think, bro, who would even come up with that? Like,
Yeah.
they understand like the schematics of the situation to like, and to me that's what makes it even better. So it's like another one I said, and I think it was the second one I did, is it was her name is she does a open mic with Monchi, so I don't want to get her Valerie Nicorette.
Yeah, she's funny.
Nicorette.
Nicorette.
That was a close one.
Nicotine gum?
Yeah, it is. Nicotine gum.
Yeah.
But they're gonna clip that and get me saying the N-word. That's what I was thinking as soon as I mispronounced that name. I was like, you just cut that out.
I'm sorry, when you say the N-word, what word do you mean? Can you
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What a way to get at it. Huh? What a way. Salt and vinegar.
Right. But anyway, yeah. So I look at her Instagram and it was like baloney. And what I always have to do my research. Baloney babe, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I have to look at people's like either previous battles or maybe they have content on Instagram because it's not like a normal battle where you can just interview each other. And I learn about them like it's not like roast battles giving me the lineup early. So I have 3 days to like research everybody and figure out stuff I can say. So I think what I found out about her was that baloney babe, and then I saw that she really likes baloney. Like that's what somebody said about her in a battle. And then somebody else said that she was named after Amy Winehouse. And so like her name's Valerie because of an Amy Winehouse song. And so let me see, because I probably wrote it. I didn't write it on my phone. Oh, man. Well, I'm probably gonna have to pull up the clip and see if I say it in this clip because I don't want to.
The N-word, ladies and gentlemen, is what he's seeing if he said it.
I warned you earlier. All right, so I think it's this one.
What I'm saying is, Jackson, you look like a turtle. Roast battle.
So I think it's before that.
That's a major gap.
Okay.
Mickless liked him better when he was Mickless. I think he'd like me better if I was lifeless. Talking to me and he adds dripping sets funny. He's a comedian. I thought this was Ted Bundy. Just saying this cause I got to. Royalty here. Matter of fact, we got Nosferatu. Multi-syllable. My bad. You gotta know those. Celebrity. That's Chicago's Quasimodo.
I actually think, as I listen to this, I think it was the first one. The next line is me calling Femi black.
Let's go. Let's go.
God, throwing punches like a fight's on. Next is Femi. Could somebody turn the lights on? I love that line.
Smile, Femi. I can't see you, buddy.
But I mean, at least the whole point I was making is whenever I get to the lines about her, I say something about Amy Winehouse. I say something about baloney. The audience is not going to know what I'm saying. But I mean, I think in the clip you hear her scream.
Yeah.
You literally hear her go, ah! Because she's the only one that got the joke. And
Whoever
to me,
got that is a treasure
that
for
makes
them.
it worth it. Yeah. And then it's like rap. That's what's fun about rap to me. It's like every word is meaningful if it's written right. So you could hear it 10 times and then be like, wait a minute, is that what he means? And then you like go and look at her Instagram and you see that she's baloney babe and you're like, oh my God, she is the baloney girl. Like that was real.
I'm
that was a real
believer
line.
now. I'm a believer in this guy.
I believe in this guy.
This guy's got the sauce.
But also like with the Femi line, right? It's like, what is the easy thing that everybody's going to know what I'm saying if I bring up Femi? How well does this audience know Femi? All that context matters because I'm taking a risk when I talk about anybody because maybe they don't know what I mean. Another one where it was funny and it worked because the battle went right before mine is there was Tom Ryan was there. And so I think the line is, so for those that don't know, Tom Ryan has Parkinson's and he shakes, right? And so that's like low-hanging fruit. The whole audience is going to know that he has Parkinson's.
Yeah.
And also what I think is so funny about roast battle, rap battle, all this, it's the only time you can socially appropriately make fun of people's disabilities. You can never do that outside of a roast battle.
Well, not with that attitude.
Yeah. Sir, you're just not thinking right. But anyway, so the whole thing is, it's Tom Ryan, and I think what I say is because it was perfect. He was just on stage, and also it was the move I did. Because I think what I did is I'm reading off the paper, and I say, like, up in Zanies, nah, you can't make this up. we called in Tom Ryan just to shake it up. You know how to do that? Oh my God, the audience loved that.
Let's go. I need to do roast battle.
But it's little things like that where it's like, what is the audience? What else could I say about Tom Ryan where the audience is going to get it within 2 lines and I can just move on to the next person? That's the puzzle to me, and it's all context. That's how joke writing has to be 24/7. It's all what are they with me on? Like, what are they gonna get? And what is just me just going for it and just accepting that most people aren't going to get this?
Yeah, it's the
that
balance,
context
the balance between my art and what the audience is going to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, isn't that song from Bo Burnham that I love? The one where he ends his special, Make Happy. Did you ever watch Make Happy, his special?
I've heard the song. I haven't seen the whole special.
The Kanye West parody that he does, where he just puts gospel music in the back and he puts auto-tune on his voice and then he just rants.
I think I've seen it.
It's so good. But yeah, he has a line where he talks about the balancing of what you think is funny versus what my art actually is.
Yeah.
Because he is a comedian, but he navigates different arts. Like, he's not quite... Bo Burnham is a special guy.
He's always been that way.
He's fantastic. He's an alien.
Yeah.
But... yeah, because in comedy, usually you're there more for the audience. It's more... But since he navigates the world of music, that's also your own art.
Yeah.
So it's like... You're kind of doing that same thing there in the roast battle where it's like, how much is this audience going to get? But then there's something here that's more specific. It's more quality, but a smaller quantity of people are going to get it.
Yeah.
Because it's a very niche thing, but boy, does it have quality. Boy, whoever gets it is going to really enjoy this.
And that happens with actual roast battles,
scream in
too.
the audience once she gets it.
That happens in roast battles where you'll see like people say like interpersonal dramas that probably only a few people know about.
Inside jokes, yeah.
And it's like, oh, for those that don't know, this guy pissed his pants last month at my party.
Yeah.
Stuff like that where it's actually true.
Oh, yeah, and some comedians do start their sets by saying, it's important that you guys... I used to do that where it's like, it's important that you guys know that I'm half black and my grandma's black.
Yeah.
And then, because later in the show, I'll do 2 jokes about it, where you would... If I said that, you don't know that I'm half black because I get pale in the States.
Yeah.
You won't know that. But some comedians do that at the beginning. It's important that you guys know this piece of context.
Yeah.
This guy pissed himself at my party.
Yeah.
And then let's continue. But you can't do that with everything. You can't just go there and be like, by the way, before I do my rap, her Instagram handle is Baloney Babe. She used to date Zach Albers. He talks really slow.
Yeah.
You can't go and do that.
You can't. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like one thing with roast battles and all that stuff too is, say you look at somebody's social media, they always look the same. They're always wearing a beanie, whatever. So you think, oh, I'm going to do a beanie joke. It's easy. But then the night they show up, they're not wearing the fucking beanie. Okay, well now the audience won't know what I'm talking about.
Guys, this is not gonna... He usually wears a beanie. Before I do my rap, just know he usually wears a beanie.
You know what you could do to counteract it is bring a bunch of printed photos of them wearing a beanie just in case.
I did it at the roast for Milo. I brought a picture of Nigel Thornberry just in case nobody understood that Ian looks like Nigel Thornberry.
The visual representation was a great touch, yeah.
Yeah, just point him out. Smashing.
This might be past your guys' time. Just take a look.
Yeah, just pass it around.
Side by side.
Yeah, like that South Park episode where Mr. Mackey passes around the marijuana plant and then somebody keeps it.
Were you there at the Gazelli's?
Yeah.
So you got the shit on the lyrics, the lyrical shit paper that they passed out? I think it was Masturbation Jenkins' song.
I walked out during Masturbation Jenkins for a little bit just because I was kind of saturated.
You missed it, man. Masturbation Jenkins sang a song, and he apparently wrote it and got shit on the paper, and he gave everybody a piece of paper, and each paper was stained with shit.
Okay, I saw the role play of the policeman when the policeman
that was
comes
the
in.
ending.
Yeah,
that was the climax. That was after he sang the song about like I creamed a cream inside your ass. If you heard that was
I did not know Joe Fernandez had a character named Masturbation Jenkins.
Thank you for identifying him for me because I didn't know who it was.
Joe Fernandez. He hosts.
They never told anybody who it was. They just introduced him.
Will's Northwood in I forget the name of that mic, but he hosts a mic every Sunday.
One of the funniest parts to me that was when he said like it's hard to date people when you've got a character. You have to explain Masturbation Jenkins to like on first date.
And the thing is, you see Joe Fernandez when he's not doing that. Yeah, when he's not doing that character, he's like he's a like good-looking guy. Like he dresses like not bad like most comics.
Yeah,
and he seems like more professional when it comes to his comedy. I think he's been doing it for a while. But then you see him do Masturbation Jenkins. You're like, I did not know you were this you had the really dumb comedy side of you.
Yeah,
I
like
thought
there's
you
a
had the
degenerate buried in there.
There's a degenerate buried, which I love. That was like, thank God, because he looks
He's so good at it.
Oh, masturbate. And he had the cream in the pocket that looked like semen.
Dude,
and
I was impressed.
oh yeah, he went, and then they kissed. He kissed
Ryder Ollie.
Ryder Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryder Ollie's laugh is generational.
Yeah.
Yes, his laugh is crazy. If you get him, he hosts the Three Dead Moose open mic every Wednesday at the Lincoln Lodge with Rich Gomez, and he has got the stoner laugh because he's usually probably stoned.
Yeah.
But if you get him to laugh, that's the Seth Rogen. Yeah. But if you make him laugh hard, he'll get the whole room laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very rewarding.
that's oh my God. You want those people in audiences, right? With like the ridiculous, like an infectious laugh.
I called him the designated laugher.
Yeah, you
yeah.
need one.
Milo.
You need a friend that just comes to everything. That's
Yeah.
he's a designated laugher.
Milo's girlfriend Brandy has a loud laugh.
Does
That's
she?
infectious.
She made a
yeah.
joke about that. She said, "You guys have been listening to me laugh for the last year." That
Yeah.
was part of her speech at the roast.
That she did that song. That song was hilarious.
Dude, that was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Because I love stuff. That's my shit. Like, to me, that's my shit. It's like, we're not even just doing comedy now. Now we're like a step above comedy in this other weird world. That's why when Milo rapped at the end, I love that.
He got so hammered. I was, oh my God, Milo. Like, he forgot half the rap.
He actually kind of nailed it for a really drunk guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Right up until he failed, he was doing really well.
It was funny because he was so drunk that he admitted, he fucked up, and then he went, "Oh, that was the part I was worried about."
Yeah. I knew it. I knew it.
I knew I would stumble there.
I knew I had to avoid that tree on the skis, and I still hit it. Yeah.
It's hard because the thing is, that's why I did what I did. I did an a cappella rap because I know once you introduce a beat, you're then tethering yourself to this beat. And if you write specifically, you're kind of fucked. It's like what I was talking about earlier, where it's like battle rap's scary because you have to not miss a mark. If you miss the mark, then you're stuck going, "Oh, fuck, what do I do?" And if you wrote the rap specifically for this, well, no, that's so fucking useless because you're
Yeah.
never going to use it again. This is like the only place that would have made sense.
Stupid.
Yeah, so it's a risk that he takes when he's doing that. And also the
He
beat was
just
too
defaults to
quiet.
8 Mile. Yeah, I'm in a trailer park living with my mom.
Yeah, he did fuck my girl.
And you're like, and Clarence's parents have a real nice marriage.
Yeah, it would work. It would work. You just go to 8 Mile.
Everybody's just like, and automatically everybody just defaults to, this
Lose
guy-
yourself
this-
in the music, the moment.
This guy's mom's spaghetti. Where do you come up with that? That's crazy.
Yeah. It works every time.
Works
Trust
every
me,
single
I've pulled it off a couple times.
Yeah.
It is funny though, like the amount. If you are, I don't know if it's because I'm a white rapper, the way I rap. I think it's both. Like if people see white rapper, they immediately think Eminem. But then the way I rap doesn't help. So I constantly, I feel like the easy roast. Like if I ever am in a roast, full stop, it's going to be a bunch of 8 Mile Eminem jokes. And I'm telling you guys, that's low-hanging fruit. That's easy. You need to do more than that because that's easy. The amount of times I've heard Eminem, Slim Shady, that's why I know 8 Mile would work. Because I'm just leaning into the bit at that point.
Yeah. It works for you.
They're
It
already
works for
thinking
you.
8 Mile. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But like it would work for me so easily. But I mean, I think I think Milo did a beautiful thing by rapping, and I think his girlfriend did a beautiful thing by singing.
Yeah.
I think to me, that's cool because you find a way. It's like what Bo Burnham does. I think not Dan Cass, Stephen Haas. He does a lot of musical comedy.
Yes.
And he does a lot of film comedy. And he does stuff where it's like, I feel like he's more than a comic. And he's applying his comedy knowledge to these different art forms and doing something bigger than comedy to show that you can change the art form. You can do big stuff. And to me, that's the coolest thing is when you see people like, his girlfriend's not even a performer. That makes it even cooler. Like she's not even a comedian or an entertainer.
No, she's an actress though. She's
an actress, but
yeah,
she's
yeah.
not a comedian.
Yeah.
And she's not like normally going up at open mics and doing all
Yeah.
that. So to see somebody do something like that to me is like the coolest thing. Because this is somebody who's not even immersed
It
in
makes
that.
it a different kind of event.
Yeah.
It makes it like now it's a more artful thing.
There's I don't know if you know, but like Marty Supreme and then the movie that's directed by one of the Safdie brothers. And before that, they did a movie called Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Before that, they did a movie called Good Time. And specifically this brother, I don't know if the other brother does it because it's only one of the brothers that worked on the new one, Marty Supreme. And I don't want to get their name wrong, so I'm not going to say which one it was. But they cast people who aren't actors. They cast a bunch of people who are not actors in their movies. And it's like that's such a risk. That's like one of the craziest things you could do. But it always comes off so natural. Like they had Kevin O'Leary in Marty Supreme in his acting debut. Like Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. The last movie Adam Sandler did like that serious, I would say, I mean, he did one serious-ish movie. It's called The Meyerowitz Stories, which is a good movie. But before that, it would be Punch Drunk Love back in like 2003.
I heard that's really good. I've never seen it.
So good. Paul Thomas Anderson is my favorite director. Like he's in my absolute favorite. And Punch Drunk Love is like probably his most concise movie. It's only like an hour and a half. And that's the movie that made people see the Adams. I mean, there was of course The Wedding Singer and a couple other ones where Adam Sandler was a bit dramatic, but there was never a fully dramatic film where he's a serious character and it's like a serious director at the helm of it. And so that movie, Punch Drunk Love, proved to people that was possible. And Adam Sandler didn't have a big notable one again until Uncut Gems came out. And it's just like, what's cool about it is it's not ironic at all. It's the same thing as like when Robin Williams would do a dramatic role. It's just you feel the depth of a character.
Like you're not questioning it at all.
Yeah, and it's because these directors and they have such a good vision. They can cast somebody who's not even an actor and find the magic in that. And I just think there's magic everywhere. And so that's such a cool way to think about filmmaking. It's like, I don't even want actors. I want people who just feel real that I find. And I think he was talking about, I saw him in an interview talking about it, and it's like they have a casting director who will just walk up to people. And somebody asked him, it was Jason Bateman in a video asking him, how do you guys do that? And his answer was like, our casting director is just really good at the initial meetup. Like it's like the initial, she would just walk up to somebody and say, hey, I just saw your face and you're honestly the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I want to put you in my movie. Would you be willing to do that?
Wow.
And it's just a random person you meet in the subway or whatever. And that's how she establishes those relationships. Nice. And it's just it just seems like it's going against all the rules. It seems like that's the worst thing you could do, but they're getting magic by doing it. And so that's so awesome.
I would say probably because it's authentic.
Yeah, and because because it's 100% authentic, and you're really looking for something. Like Tyler the Creator is also in Marty Supreme.
Oh,
he's
nice.
in that movie. Yeah, and
really?
He's great in it.
He's fucking
awesome. I mean,
now I get the name. Now I get his name because he really is a creator. Like he's a creative.
He's consistent. Like you said earlier, he's actually consistent. That's what makes him stick out to me. Is not only is he creative, but he just consistently reinvents himself and just does different stuff all the time. It's like a Kendrick Lamar. It's like the type of thing where they're so pushing themselves that you can't help but see it. Like they're trying so hard.
Yeah.
And in the right ways. I mean, Tyler the Creator just released, I think he's just about to release another album as we talk, or like he just announced it, because I know on his YouTube, this is his thing. He'll just randomly drop songs on YouTube. He won't promote it at all. He'll just come out with a whole video, a whole new song. To me, that's awesome. You're speaking with the art. You're not letting anything else do it for you. You're just speaking with the art. And he's a true artist. I mean, he's always directed all his own videos as far as I know, or at least you can tell his creative input has guided so much of his career. And even back in like 15 years ago, the stuff he was doing, I mean, it's cool to see somebody like him's evolution, because he had such a grimy, like underground sound at first that was almost like rebellious and just talking about like shit just to say controversial shit, kind of like Slim Shady-esque. And then he morphed into something completely different over the years. Mm-hmm. Like and then like Flower Boy, I think it's right around where he comes out as gay, and like that's why, and he leans into it with that album. And it's just such like nobody could have expected that, and it's great.
Wait,
it's a beautiful thing. He came out as...
Wait, what's his name? Sorry, what were we talking about again?
Flower Boy is the name of the album.
Oh, yeah, but who's the...
Tyler the Creator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gay?
He's gay.
Oh.
You didn't even know? Yeah.
I didn't even know he's gay.
Yeah, he came out, and that was around the album.
I'm not listen to him anymore. No.
Yeah. Wait, let's change the subject. I didn't know that's
joking.
what...
I freaking love Tyler the Creator.
Well, you know what's so funny?
So you're saying there's a chance.
What I would recommend checking out, if you want to get turned on by some Tyler the Creator content, is you go and look at his Funk Flex freestyle. It is so funny. Because it's like, I think this was before he came out, but maybe it's after. I don't know. And he's like basically just like rapping with Funk Flex. We about to have some gay butt sex. Saying shit like that. And
That sounds so Tyler the Creator.
And Funk Flex is just sitting there like, huh? What are you talking about? What are you saying? And it is so funny, bro. It's hilarious. I mean, that's the best.
Oh my God. Do we end it on gay butt?
Yeah, I think so. We got to get up and do a dance and have some gay butt sex now. It'll be over.
The musical dance number.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Just the fellas. It's legal in Chicago.
It's legal in Chicago, but off camera. We got to turn the camera off.
I thought this was America.
Patreon only, because I think you can get away with crimes on Patreon. I think as long as you lock it behind a paywall, you're able to do it on camera.
As long as you have to pay to see my crimes.
I actually think that's probably it.
The police are like, damn it, we'll never catch him.
Yeah.
He just keeps putting all the evidence on Patreon.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay that membership.
We're not subscribing to this asshole.
We were sure he's murdered 10 people, and he keeps sending us the link to those murders, but
it's like,
we're just not going to pay
your content's just not good enough for me to pay for that. I'm sorry. We'll solve the crime later.
This won't hold up in a court of law. We don't want to.
Sorry,
Can we
bro.
just watch the videos, please? The jury needs to see. No.
Yeah. At least maybe start a vlog, you know? I don't know. You gotta be more entertaining to us.
He hurts people on the free content, but never enough to arrest them. That's all in the premium.
It's like they're all on the free content. They got the blindfold on. They got all this. I'm like, I'm really a criminal. This is not a joke. And the internet just thinks everything's a joke now. So they're like, this is a crazy skit. This is the craziest skit I've ever seen.
Not that clever if you ask me.
I really think like you could probably be a real murderer and the internet would just think you're kidding for a while.
For a little bit.
They would think, oh, this is a great character he's doing. And you're actually a psychopath.
Isn't there a whole documentary called Don't F With Cats where people didn't think he was actually doing, but he would kill, this guy would kill cats
exactly.
on camera.
That's exactly it. Yeah. Because I mean like, yeah, I think like we kind of just think of everything as like, oh, well, that's probably fake.
Dude, I can't get over the way you delivered that Tyler the Creator. That was so good. That was gay butt sex. I can't.
You know the show's for kids. It's for 3 to 5 year olds.
Let's go.
And
yes, YouTube. Yes, it is made for kids.
This is made for kids. I should be checking that because it is for kids, and it's for the toddlers specifically. And I want them to be inspired at the end of these episodes because I want to be a role model. And so I always have my guests, as you know, give a piece of advice to the children that are my core audience.
Okay.
So I want you to tell them what they should be doing with their life and how their life could be improved, maybe something actionable, maybe something real, something they can feel. I don't know what it is, but it's in your brain. You're going to pull it out. And also, second, the social media is where people can find you, where they can see you live.
I want to... Thank you, man. I want to give the piece of advice. When you said the kids thing, I don't know if you want me to do a bit or anything.
I think that's what's funny about it is you introduce it that way, and you never know what somebody's going to say. So half the time, they give real advice.
Kids, you can't be successful and happy. You're going to have to choose one. If you're happy, you're going to stop grinding, and you're not going to be successful.
Yeah.
If you want to keep being successful, you got to be unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean that, but you do have to be.
No, I think you should tell them that.
You should be somewhat dissatisfied. I think, yeah, on that note, that's obviously the hyperbole, the exaggeration. Always be a little bit dissatisfied.
Yeah.
I think that kind of is our natural state, hopefully. Don't beat yourself up about, I did this thing and it doesn't look as good as it can be. Just take that as, let me work on that.
Yeah.
Let me do more. Because if you loved everything you did, you would just stop moving. So always be a little bit dissatisfied. Always find what you can improve. But within all that, always appreciate what you have been doing and love yourself and give yourself that credit.
Mm-hmm.
Social media, Instagram, Marcos, and Chicago. Also, Instagram for my show, WYAF Comedy. Next show, wow, you're actually funny. February 14th, Valentine's, Palentine's Day.
Saturday.
Bring anybody, yeah. Have some fun. And then TikTok, Cirino, MCIRINO.
You got 2 MCs in his house. Surprised I never
go.
made that joke
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
See, that's like what I'm talking about, an easy one. That's such an easy... How did that not come to me earlier?
It came to you now.
2 MCs.
Yes. Marcos Cirino, come on, with the master ceremonies. Yeah. And you can just see me all around Chicago. I will be at Second City, January 30th, Friday. So
yeah.
hope to see you guys there.
That's already happened. That one, they already saw you there somehow. They either saw you there or they missed it. Because remember, February 9th. We're in the future, but we're from the past.
We're in the future. Guys, I got shot at...
You guys remember January 30th when I got shot?
Yeah. I survived, though. And I, stopped that bullet somehow with my stomach.
Yeah, and everybody was amazed. It was probably because you were preparing to get shocked and have period cramps. You know, your abs had been thickening throughout the month.
It's just some recovery therapy. I'm trying to be more of a man as I get shot once a month.
I like to have period cramps because it's a good workout.
Yeah. Oh, so actually, yeah, that one, we're not there yet. But on March 7th at Surge Billiards, I will be doing Why You're Actually Funny International Women's Month edition. I'll be doing my set with a period cramp simulator. Hopefully,
you should see if anybody else is willing to get tased on stage just to up the ante. Not only will I
just tase somebody on stage,
a comedian preferably.
That could be like a very good theme show. It's like one comic is gonna get tased during the show. You don't know who it is. You don't know when it's gonna be, but somebody is gonna get tased during the show. And everybody's just doing it sweating. They're just like, it'd be crazy if you wait till the headliner, because then they know.
Yeah, what would you call that show?
And then I said,
Zap Out. You could call it Zap Out. That's really good.
But you don't know who it's gonna be.
And like, the question is, do you tell the performers or not? Like, do you tell them, or do you let them kind of be surprised? Like before they all signed a waiver.
Yeah, you have to tell them somebody's gonna get zapped.
But you have to get them all to agree. Like, it might be you or it might not.
It might not.
And you just have you standing behind them on stage the whole time.
I would have the taser gun.
You got.
I would like.
They're literally performing at gunpoint.
No, they just won't know. Like
but once you pull the gun out, they're gonna tense up and be ready. So I feel like you gotta have the gun pointed at them the whole time, so they really don't know when they're gonna get tased.
That's true, but I think it's better element of surprise, or you do have it. I don't even have the gun. You think it's me. Some shows it's me, some shows it's a guy in the audience.
The fucking DJ.
And not only that, but let's say I do it with the first comic.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all safe. The second person gets tased.
We may have 2 to 3 people get tased.
But you never say it. You always say it's going to be one.
Oh,
and then
so the second one's really shocking.
Yeah.
Yes, shocking.
The name's Static, and I'll put a shock to your system.
Ooh, MC in his house. Folks, it's been a blessing. It's been amazing. Kids, life sucks a little bit, and that's good. You should try and be better. All right? That was a great point. You know what's a great point? You should seek evolution. That's what we're here to do. We're here to evolve. We're here to change the world. And that could be through ideas. That could be through your own personal development. I think that's where it all starts, is with you. So never be satisfied. Never accept your circumstances as the only conditions that exist. There is something greater, but it is up to you to find it. And that has been all here today on Radio. Clocking out.
Woo!
Double down, competition couldn't help him to rock. Missed the whole time, holy fell through the flock. That's an ordinary miracle, wealth to the block. It's a balance in the character that's calm and collect. It's apparent his caricature is lost in the mess. It's hysterical, the picture that they put to his face. It's a confidence administered to earn their respect. Live a little light, a candle.